completing the bar exam. So good luck sa results. Ayan, and syempre binabati din natin your courtside reporter earlier, Christine San Agustin, a happy birthday. So,
happy birthday.
Yeah, so the greetings are out of the way. Now we can talk about the Final Four scenarios. Tomorrow, you mentioned JRU versus Letran could be an indicator of the final ranking. So magkakaroon ba tayo ng playoffs? But we have to take care first of the second game. Because second game, eto, dapat mas maaga nangyari in the season, San Beda versus Benilde. Pero feeling ko, destiny to eh. Fate na naurong, na-postpone to the second to the last day of the elimination round. Para mas may excitement yung finish natin.
Sisimulan na ba natin ang discussion dito?
Wait lang.
Because, I mean, it's
natin.
hard. Okay, eto na lang ang sasabihin ko ha. Ang LPU, wala ng chance for a twice-to-beat advantage.
Right.
So, ang naglalaban na lang po for a twice-to-beat advantage ay ang Letran, San Beda at Benilde. Sure ball na kahit anong mangyari, Letran will have a twice-to-beat advantage. Ang tanong na lang is whether they're gonna be number 1 or number 2. The Benilde Blazers, if they win today, and if Letran loses tomorrow, they could end up as the number 1 seed entering the Final Four.
That's right. O, yun muna. Patikim muna.
Yun lang muna.
O, yun muna. Patikim muna tayo. Pero, duman muna tayo sa light content. Fun part muna tayo. Katulad ng nabanggit natin kanina sa preview, sa headlines natin, binisita ni Papa Bear Benji Paras at Baby Bear Andre Paras ang Jose Rizal University. Ito, hinihintay ko to. Part 1 ng Bulahan segment natin sa JRU.
Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-aarangkada ng Bulahan.
Pinupuntahan namin ang lahat ng mga NCAA schools para makilala ang lahat ng athletes.
Andito tayo ngayon sa Jose Rizal University para makipagkwentuhan sa Heavy Bombers.
Ito na ang inaabangan yung kulitan. Ito ang...
Bulahan!
Totoo to!
Hindi namin kayo binobola.
Alright, kasama natin ang mga rookies. Kamusta naman ang adjustment ng high school life to college life?
Okay naman po. Masaya.
Nahihirapan po pa ako kasi sa high school puro ano lang po eh. Yung pabilisan, palakasan ng talon. Sa college parang ano po papabili, parang masistema. Tapos may mga rules sa kung paano ka gagalaw, hindi mo magagawa yung gusto mo, dapat as a team talaga.
Gaya nung sinabi ni Jed, sa high school, puro pabilisan, palakasan. Sa college, hindi na ganun eh. Parang you have to use your head.
Oo, kailangan nga.
Tapos malalakas din yung mga players. So, as rookies, kailangan din namin magpalakas ng katawan.
Ano pa ba yung mga hidden talents natin? Meron ba tayong mga ibang hobbies or talents na ginagawa natin?
Ako po, ano lang, cellphone po.
Cellphone? Games? Paano ka?
Online games. ML.
Ako po, siguro nagpipiano po ako pero matagal na po yun.
Ikaw, Paolo, ano ba?
Siguro yung... Sa gaming din po siguro.
Pero nabalitaan ko is dog lover ka.
Opo, yes. May 4 na aso po ko sa bahay. Isang Pomeranian tapos 3 corgi.
So ano, maliliit lang.
Oo, maliliit po talaga. Makukulit.
1 or 2 years from now, gumanda yung mga laro nyo, may mag-offer sa inyo ng pro team, professional team. Tatanggapin nyo ba? O tatapusin nyo yung 5 years of playing here sa NCAA?
For me po siguro, tatapusin ko po siguro yung 5 years.
Tatapusin mo.
Oo. Kasi mahalaga rin po makatapos ng pag-aaral.
So yun.
Yes.
Sa akin po, Papa Bear, tatanong muna ako sa coach kasi tinulungan nila din ako eh.
Saka tama yun, alam ng coach kung ready ka na eh. Pag sinabing hindi namin ko pipigilin, malaking bagay para sa pamilya mo yan.
Ganun din po ako, Papa Bear, na parang gusto ko po munang dito sa JRU na gusto ko muna din na mag-champion para makabawi man lang dito sa school.
At least mabayaran mo yung binigay sa iyo ng school. Yan din ang sinabi ko sa anak ko, si Andre, na importante yung pag-aaral, kailangan niya makatapos. Kaya nung na-operan siya ng Sparkle, ng kontrata, pinatigil ko na siya mag-aral. So hindi rin siya nakatapos ngayon. At please, stay in school. Sama natin si Rai at si Ajem. Jose Rizal, national hero natin. Ano ba yung katangian ni Jose Rizal na pwede mong sabihin na etong gusto kong katangian niya? Kasi naging doktor yan, naging writer, naging teacher.
Siguro ako yung pinaglaban niyo yung Pilipinas kasi parang sa atin as a basketball player, grabe yung competition sa basketball. So parang ako as a basketball player, gusto ko rin i-represent yung Philippines sa ibang bansa.
For me, I don't know, it's hard to say. He's an all-around guy. That's what I want to be. Very all-around.
So,
You can do anything.
Yung pagiging ano niya, yung versatility.
Yes, be versatile.
Meron daw sa inyo nagda-dance lesson.
No, that's me.
He's
That's me,
he's
that's me,
here.
that's me.
What a coincidence. What made you go into dance lessons?
Because I had a little cousin who took dance lessons.
Nice.
So I mean, watching him, I was like, I don't have much to do, so I was like, why don't I just join with you? It was hard. It's different.
Ikaw naman, sumasayaw ka rin.
Hindi. Dati akong track and field player.
Kaya pala pag fast break, hindi napapagod eh. Ito, kita naman natin yung closest nyo, yung team chemistry on the court, off the court. What are your hobbies as a team?
PlayStation
Oy!
na gaano kami.
Video games?
Video games.
Teka nga lang, video games pero naka-dorm. Pwede kayo magdala dito ng video games nyo?
Yeah,
Pwede
meron
naman,
si Rai.
meron naman.
Wow! Ang saya! If you share, ano ba yung usually nilalaro nyo?
I played GTA San Andreas.
Yeah!
Grand
Okay.
Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Eh, paano yan? Di ba two-player? What two-player games do you play?
Okay.
How do you guys bond?
We played 2K.
Okay.
Wow! Ball is life.
So, sino-sino pa yung mga kasama niya naglalaro?
Jason.
Si Jason Celis.
Jason! Speaking of Jason,
Oo nga, saan si Jason?
what a coincidence! Ang ganda ng tempo ah.
Ang galing ah.
Live tayo ha, hindi namin sinasadya to. Ngayon, ang tanong ko naman, kung hindi kayo nagbabasketball, anong profession nyo?
I would have been a baseball player.
Player pa rin.
Siguro kung hindi ako player ngayon, siguro mag-aaral ako na yung seaman. Kasi lahat ng family ko, puro mga kapatid ni mama, puro seaman.
So magaling kayong sumisid?
Hindi po.
Kasi pag seaman, lumalangoy. Kayong sumisid yun.
Hindi na ako track and field. Track and field
Tutuloy mo.
Tutuloy ko.
Okay. Total nag-dance lesson ka. Bibigyan mo ba kami ng sample?
Oh, yeah.
Just a few steps. Just a few steps.
TikTok move. Yan.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Okay. 1 million likes and views. That's what I'm talking about.
Isa na namang makulit na kwentuhan habang tayo'y nagmemeryenda.
Hoy! Ang kapal ng mukha mo. Nag-intro ka pa, hindi mo maalam yung sinasabi mo. Doon ka nga! Isa na namang makulit na kwentuhan habang tayo'y nagmemeryenda.
Pero pwede nyo panoorin to sa YouTube, Facebook, and other social media outlets.
Ako po si Papa Bear Benji Paras.
At ako naman si Baby Bear, Ate Paras. At ito ang... Bolahan! Totoo to!
Hindi namin kayo binobola.
Gulat ako dun ah. Kala ko lumiit si Papa Bear. Kala ko magiging magkasintangkad na kami. Hindi pala. Impostor pala yung nasa huli. May cameo ulit dun sa Bulahan segment natin. But that's only part 1 of our Bulahan segment at Jose Rizal University.
Yeah, for the first time on Game On, we will be having both parts of Bolahan. And gaya na sinabi ni Papa Bear kanina, it is gonna be an exciting episode. Part 1 was fun. Nakita natin yung mga dance moves. I don't know what Rai De La Rosa, to be honest, what he was doing. Parang naguhukay lang eh. I don't know what that was about.
But that's a good tip for non-dancers. At least meron ng ano ha. Meron kami makukuha sa'yo, Ray ha. Ayan, may idadagdag na kami. Kasi kami mga non-dancers, wala kami masyadong nasa arsenal eh. So that's a move that we can add. Okay, so up next po, part 2 naman ng Bulahan segment natin. And then afterwards, NCAA Slambook with the Arellano Chiefs. Lahat pong yan sa magbalik natin dito sa Game On!
Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Here's the game, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team run.
Ngayon, pupuntahan natin ang kanilang mga favorite spots.
At makikipagkwentuhan ulit.
Ha?
Ito ang... Tututo! Hindi namin kayo binobola! Alright, nandito tayo ngayon sa... Saan tayo?
Library.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Sure?
yes.
Okay, making sure.
Ito ba yung first time nyo nakapasok dito?
Aminin nyo.
It's my second time.
Second time.
Yay!
Alang year ka na? Third year mo na, right?
Ito, practices, meron nag-extra workout. Sa pag-aaral ba, meron ba nag-extra work din?
Siyempre meron.
Meron.
Sino? Kayo lahat o?
Lahat naman. Lahat naman.
So ngayon naman, dito sa library ba, kayo ba'y pumapasok dito, nagbabasa, or natutulog?
Dumadaan lang.
At
least
Malamig.
Malamig, ano? At least honest kayo, oo.
Bango ah. Is that coffee I smell?
Yes, yeah.
Coffee ba yun?
Coffee.
Ah, okay. Yan bang coffee kasama sa diet niya? Like before the game? Kasi ako before the game, ang chocolate naman.
Ah.
Kayo ba coffee?
Minsan.
Minsan,
Minsan.
minsan. The night before. Night
The
before
night
naman.
before the game.
The night before.
Night before. Hindi naman coffee, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Okay, nandito naman tayo sa cafeteria nyo. Looks great. And also, how's the food here sa inyong cafeteria?
Ito yung pinupuntahan namin pag kakain kami.
Anong favorite food mo dito sa cafeteria?
Yung sisig nila.
Sisig nila. Masarap.
Sisig na naman ikaw.
Sisig din.
Adobo.
Adobong sisig.
Sino sa inyo sa team ang madalas dito sa cafeteria? Yung, kumbaga, nag-extra work din sa cafeteria.
Puta ko. Dahil ito.
Huli.
Hindi, yung iba namin teammate, malakas sila kumain. Lalo mga big man.
Thank you at na-tour nyo kami. Ngayon naman, pupunta tayo sa gym.
Uy, gym. Gusto ko yan.
Gym naman, okay? Okay, so ngayon, andito tayo ngayon sa gym ng Heavy Bombers.
Ang kanilang home court. So usually, sino sa inyo ang mahilig mag-extra work sa shooting?
Sa shooting, si Rai, tapos mga skills, kami ni Jason.
Partner.
During the game, kasi karamihan merong pag naka-score, di ba? May gumaganon. Yung ba yung mga symbol na sasabihin nyo sa mga chicks, ito para sa ito. Pag na-shoot ko, tumawa ko sa ilong ko. Para sa iyo yun.
May ganyan pala.
May mga ganun eh. Meron ba? Right?
Ako, wala.
Wala. Okay.
Wala?
Ano ginagawa mo ng game yung ano? May ano ah?
Meron kang ano, pag nakaka-shoot ka, may gumagano ka. Yung kasama ba yun?
Kita,
Parang ano, di ba?
Anong kita? Parang 8 atay camera dun sa arena. Kitang-kita yun sa replay.
So wala. Thank you. Andito tayo ngayon sa awarding.
Awarding?
Hindi. Ito ang ating famous segment ng Bulahan, ang pick-up line.
Papa Bear, gumagamit ka ba ng wax?
Bakit?
Makinis kasi ng ulo.
Sabi ko na eh. Wala sa likod.
Papa Bear, alam ko yung paborito mong pagkain.
Ano?
Carbonara.
Papa Bear,
Yes.
baby ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi wala kang buhok eh.
Edsa ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi bilog ang bola. Alam ko walang connect, pero sana tayo meron.
Scientist ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi I love you.
Gets. Laboratory, I love you. Hindi tungkol sa buhok.
Papa Bear, sana pusa na lang ako.
Bakit?
Kasi I want to spend my 9 lives with you.
Meron pa ako. Meron pa, wow.
Go!
Pwede rin akong maging B.
Bakit?
Can you be my honey?
Abangan nyo kami sa iba pang NCAA schools na aming pupuntahan.
Dahil mas makikilala pa natin lahat ng mga athletes at aalamin ang kanilang mga kwento.
Ako po si Papa Bear Benji Paras.
At ako naman si Baby Bear Andy Paras. At ito ang Bolahan! Totoo to!
Hindi namin kayo binobola. Huwag ka na magsalita. Binigyan ka na namin ng t-shirt eh. Bolahan!
There you go, Bolahan segment at JRU completed part 1, part 2 for the first time in the same episode. Same edition ng Game On. Maraming salamat, Papa Bear Benji Paras and Baby Bear Andre Paras. Your thoughts on the lines?
I mean, I have nothing to say anymore about the lines. I think the players are doing a better job than me when it comes to pick-up lines. I just want to say good job to the entire Bolahan team. Yung kasama ni Andre at ni Benji is Raymond De Mayuga, who's actually the writer of that whole Bolahan segment. Okay, so hindi lang writer, supporting actor pa pala at mahusay din mag-basketball. Naka-basketball namin dito after the NCAA games nung linggo. So shout out to Raymond.
Siya ba yung tiny version ni Papa Bear? Siya yun?
Oo.
Okay.
Tinawag mong tiny version.
Hindi kasi, tiny version. Kasi 6'4 naman si Papa Bear eh. So okay lang, pag tiny ka, nasa 5'10", 5'11 ka. Okay, pero yan po, Sir Raymond, very well-deserved cameo. Okay. So, next naman po, as promised, we have one more VTR for you guys to wrap it up in this edition of the show. Ito po, ang Arellano Chiefs na unfortunately natalo kanina sa ating first game. Ito, ang kanilang entry sa ating NCAA Slambo.
I'm Lars Sunga, 23 years old, from Arellano University. Ang tinitake kong course ay BS HRM. Ako ay taga Pandacan, Manila.
Hello, I'm Travis Mentor. I'm 23 years old. I play for the Arellano Chiefs, and I study Bachelor of Sports Management and Sports Science. I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Hi, I'm Neil Tolentino, 24 years old, from Arellano University. I'm taking Business Management. I'm from San Fernando, Pampanga.
Nagsimula akong maglaro nung edad na 7 at ang nagturo sa akin ay yung papa ko. Ang nickname ko ay Lars. Ang height ko ay 6'3". Ang weight ko ay 87 kilos. Ang shoe size ko ay size 13. Ang motto ko sa buhay ay, without sacrifice, there is no victory.
My nickname is Trav. My height is 5'10". My weight is 75 kilos. My shoe size is 12. My motto in life is just to enjoy the little things.
Nag-start ako maglaro ng basketball nung 7 years old ako. Ang nickname ko ay Neil or minsan Mr. Energizer. Ang height ko ay 6'1". Ang weight ko ay 75 kg. Ang shoe size ko ay size 13. Always maniwala lang tayo kay God. Gawin natin palagi para sa pamilya and para sa Kanya. Yun lang.
Takot ako sa magulang ko dahil kahit ganito na ako kalaki, nahanap pa din ako sa bahay at bawal akong gabihin.
My fear is probably not taking advantage of my day. Like, there's always opportunities to prove yourself, and I think if I don't capitalize on that, I'll live life with regret.
Natakot ako mangyari sa buhay ko ay yung mawala ang pamilya ko.
Pag may exam at hindi ako nakapag-aral, ang ginagawa ko ay di na lang umaten dahil baka bumagsak eh.
Pag nag-exam, hindi ako nakapag-review. Siguro nagtitraining ako noon and ayun, pampawala lang yung stress.
Pag may naka-block sa akin, ang reaction ko ay...
My reaction if I get blocked in a game, probably I'll just shrug it off. You know, there's always opportunity to do better, and yeah, just focus on the next play.
Pag nabablock ako sa basketball game, ang reaksyon ko ay
Sa team ako ang pinaka-isip ng kalokohan. Hindi naman kalokohan na kumbaga nag-isip lang ng joke kapag tahimik lahat, kapag example talo sa game, pagod. Ako yung minsan nagjo-joke, ganyan, nag-energize ng team.
In my team, I'm probably the most laid-back guy. I'm just a chill person. I get along with anyone in the team.
sa team namin, siguro ako yung pinaka-energetic.
Kung meron akong papalitan sa parte ng katawan ko, yung tuhod. Kasi na-injury ako so parang medyo iba siya ngayon.
Kung may papalitan ako sa part ng katawan ko, ang papalitan ko ang aking baba. Kasi
sa umaga, ang una kong tinitignan ay aking rosaryo sa tabi ng aking kama. Dahil nagpapasalamat ako, ginising ako ni Lord at binigyan ako ng bagong opportunity sa buhay.
Every morning, I like to just have a cup of coffee to get me started in the day.
Sa umaga, ang una kong tinitignan ng aking rosary. Ito nga, nandito siya ngayon. Lagi ko siyang nilalagay sa medyas ko. Feel ko kasi ginaguide ako ni God.
Hindi na ako muli pang magpapalipas ng gutom dahil yung tiyan ko medyo mabilis siyang, alam mo na.
I'll never not take an opportunity to prove myself.
Hindi na ako huling magiging malungkot kasi ako nga yung energy guy ng team. So pag naging malungkot ako, magiging malungkot din sila. So dapat happy lang and energetic din.
Ayan po, sina Lars Sunga, Neil Tolentino, and Travis Mantua. Ilang mga miyembro mula sa Arellano Chiefs who finished their season 7-11. Nakover mo yung game kanina against EAC. Went to overtime. Was such a good game.
It was our 6th overtime of the season. Shout out to Mac Baloa. Prior to that shot, he was 9 out of 42 coming into this game. Today, 2 out of 4. Siya yung nagpa-overtime. And this was the first overtime for both Arellano and EAC. So, it just goes to show na maski na wala na sa running in the Final Four, yung Arellano at EAC. Let's remind everybody, these are rival schools that came into the NCAA at the same time in season 85-2009, and they put on a show at the very end. So, congratulations to them, and thank you guys for laying it all out on the floor. Axel Doramal, shout out to him also. Career high 25 points today, Marts.
He balled out. He was carrying Arellano all throughout that game, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them. Pero, pagkatapos po nung una nating laban, nag-overtime. Ano kaya yung mangyayari sa second game natin today? Now, this is the big one. Second to the last day of the elimination round, these two teams will clash. Nakita nyo on your screens kung sino yung maglalaban. The Benilde Blazers and the San Beda Red Lions coming up next, brother. What do you think of this matchup?
Ito lang masasabi ko. If you're going to compare the importance of this game for both the Benilde Blazers and the San Beda Red Lions, mas importante para sa San Beda na manalo ngayong araw.
Okay.
Because San Beda does not want to finish at the number 4 spot.
That's right. Ang kalaban nila, ang kanilang arch rival, if ever, the Letranettes.
Ever. And that's if Letran wins against JRU tomorrow.
Mamaya po, ihimayin natin yung scenario na yan. Di po sa pregame natin. And I'll be taking care of this game alongside, sino bang kapartner ko dito? Oh, yan na.
Hey, he's in a good mood today.
Yeah.
Coach Tobex Robinson, character development.
Has he found enlightenment? I think he has. Okay.
And by the way, I think he's the best guy to break down all of the possible scenarios. Kasi ang dami niyan ang dami pa pwede mangyari. That's why, like, you know, I only touched on it.
Yeah. Coach Tobex, fire away later. O yan po mga kapuso, maraming salamat for joining us in this edition of the show. Brother, thank you so much.
Hey brother, welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to have you back.
Thank you, thank you. Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure, Anton Rojas joining us in this edition of the show. Maraming salamat mga kapuso sa ating pagsali in your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. Ito po ang Game On!
pusong kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on Cheap TV. Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Is the good? Yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports.
Sutulan ng bilis at tugatog ng husay pang ipagdiwang ang kadakilaan.
Kadakilaang nakuluklok sa bawat isa sa atin.
Maniwala sa sarili sa harap ng pagdududa. Maghangad ng ikabubuti ng nakakarami.
Kumilos ng tapat. Kumilos ng may layunin.
Kumilos para maging pinakamahusay na bersyon ng iyong sarili.
Are seeing the scenes outside the venue. Ito po ang ating lungsod ng San Juan City, just right outside the Philoil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Long queues as usual, as expected. Fans in red and white, fans in green and white. Can't wait for us to get started here. We are once again coming to you from inside Philoil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City to bring you another clash of the Titans in your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. It is a Tuesday, and it is the second to the last day of the elimination round, but we are bound to end it with a bang. But before that, balikan muna natin yung nangyari sa ating first game earlier. It was an overtime win for the EAC Generals, 63-62, finishing their season with a W. Yung-host school natin, nanalo kontra sa Arellano Chiefs. The best player of the game was JP Maguliano, 18.6 rebounds, an assist, and a takeaway, 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. And that brings us to this highly anticipated matchup. Ito, matagal nang hinihintay ito. This was supposed to happen earlier in the second round. Our second game for today. Here we go. It is going to be the Benilde Blazers facing the San Beda Red Lions, wrapping up our November 22 Tuesday doubleheader. This is going to be good. Blazers, Red Lions clashing here in our second game this afternoon. Mga kapuso, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok live right now on GTV. We also have everything online live streaming. Find us on NCAA Philippines YouTube and Facebook. We are also on Twitter and Facebook. We're there. GMA Sports PH. Mga kapuso, magandang hapon pong muli. Alam kong matagal ka kayong naghihintay dito sa laban natin, yung mga fans natin na nakatutok via live stream. Thank you so much for catching all of the action right now. My name is Martin Javier. Got you covered for a second game this afternoon. And today, with me is former NCAA champ and one of the best minds in Philippine basketball, Coach Topex Robinson. Welcome to the broadcast.
Good afternoon, Martin. And tama ka eh. This is gonna be an exciting ball game. It was supposed to happen at the start of the second round, but everything happens for a reason, and that's why we're here right now with this very, very crucial and important game in season 98 of college basketball.
It was destined for them to meet dito sa tail end ng ating elimination round. But before we go into detail dito sa mga teams natin, silang dalawa maghaharap dito. Let's go first to the two that will complete our broadcast team today. Two second-year courtside reporters are on standby. Unahin muna natin magre-report mula sa kanyang alma mater for De La Salle College of St. Benilde. We got Chantal Laude. Hello, Chantal. There you go. And on the other side, reporting for the San Beda Red Lions, she's back from the bar exams. Nandito po si Miss Ann Gabriel, or attorney Ann Gabriel. Yan po, Chantal. And we'll get to you in just a little bit. Can't wait marinig yung mga kwento mula sa mga players natin, sa coaches, kasi syempre, alam natin kung gaano sila talagang pinaghandaan itong laban natin dito, Coach Topex. But this should be a great matchup. Again, both teams natin reaching their top forms at the right time, papasok ng Final Four.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting for both of these teams. Kumbaga, with all the marbles that are included, it's gonna be an exciting scenario. Just like what we're looking right now, the standings. Ito na eh. Ito na yung culmination of everything that has happened in season 98. It's about to come to an end, and two teams are really vying for that number 2 spot. Could even be a number 1 spot for one of these teams. So yun nga yung sinabi nyo kanina ni Anton, masyadong andaming situations that's gonna happen. So let's see this possible scenarios, Martin.
Let's go. So if Letran, tomorrow, bukas, last day ng eliminations natin, maglalaro ang Letran. At kung manalo sila kontra sa JRU bukas, so today, pag nalalo ngayon ng Benilde, they will occupy the number 2 spot.
And that's gonna be huge. Again, ang pinaglalabanan natin dito is the twice-to-beat advantage coming into the finals. So, eto nga yung isang scenario that we are looking at. But, if San Beda wins today,
tapos manalo ang Letran bukas.
Yeah, manalo ang Letran. It's gonna be a longer climb for these two teams kasi it's gonna be a best of 3 to a best of 4. Parang ganun yung scenario, Martin. So, ang maganda dito is Letran will be medyo sariwa doon because he has a twice-to-beat advantage against LPU, possibly. That's the one of the possible scenarios.
Pero yung kita natin, kung nanalo yung Blazers pala doon, magbebeda Letran tayo pagdating sa Final Four. Okay, now if JRU defeats Letran tomorrow, this is gonna be the scenario. No playoff games. Coach Topex, finalize ang top 4 natin.
It's gonna be more solid. Kumbaga, klaro nga tayo doon, Martin, because eto na. If Benilde Blazers win and JRU defeats Letran, it's gonna be Benilde against San Beda. At Letran playing against LPU. So wala nga naging playoffs doon, pero eto naman ang magiging matchup natin. So napaka-exciting nun. But if San Beda wins today and JRU beats Letran, eto na yung galing ka sa number 4, bigla kang magna-number 1.
That's the very definition of leapfrogging through over everybody else to the number 1 spot. So, mas mabigat yung laban natin. Actually, mabigat naman para sa parehong teams natin. Yun nga lang, for San Beda, this will mean a twice-to-beat advantage for them, or at least a playoff for that number 2 spot.
And it's avoiding, again, alam naman natin na dito sa Final Four, may tulog, pero syempre, you wanna at least get a better chance. But time in memoria, 2 beses tinalo ng LP yung San Beda. So, isa yun sa dapat nilang isipin. Pero itong mas challenging dito, Martin, is may game pa bukas eh. So, we might be talking about this a lot of times, but eto nga eh, marami pang pwedeng mangyari.
So, ito lang yung makokontrol ng mga teams natin, the game at hand. But again, the last time these two teams met, nakita natin yung highlights doon, October 9, 2022. And it was a battle until the end. San Beda did try to come from behind and take that W. But for Benilde, Megalokzon happened in the 4th quarter.
It was really a long way to go for both of these teams. Nakita natin CSB pulling off early, and then nagkaroon ng run itong San Beda, and all of a sudden, yun nga, nangyari si Miguel Ocson. So, it's really gonna be an exciting ball game. Nick and tuck battle, possession by possession. So, eto na yung mga numbers sa Martin. You're gonna throw this out of the sheets already because eto na yung gaano ka-importante itong game para sa dalawang koponan na to.
We are treating this as a rivalry game, as a playoff game dahil syempre maraming at stake dito. Okay, Miguel Ocson, nakita nyo, 19 points, 11 of his 19 coming in the fourth quarter alone. Let's go first to Benilde's side. Ito may hatid sa ating update report. Ano kaya nangyari sa kanilang preparation? She has a report about Miggy Corteza and the rest of the Blazers. Nandito ang kanilang courtside reporter na si Chantal Lauda. Chantal.
Morgan and Coach Topics, isa sa leading contributors ng Benilde Blazers, Miggy Corteza, or as some sports fans call him, the tall guy with colorful tattoos. Nabanggit nga sa akin ni Miggy, may new addition daw siya sa kanyang mga significant inks in his body. At yan daw yung angel numbers na 222, which symbolizes alignment. It reminds him daw na he is at the right place at the right time. Nakwento niya kasi sa akin na last season, hindi gaano kaganda ang performance niya dahil he lacked the confidence. Pero this season daw, mukhang everything's falling into place. Kaya titingnan natin when the game continues and begins later kung this day will also align with the goals of the Benilde Blazers. Yan muna, balik sa inyo.
Chantal, thank you so much. This is an excellent sophomore season for Miggy Corteza in the NCAA. Number 5 in scoring right now, and he is their number 2 leading scorer right behind MVP frontrunner Will Gozo.
Oh, what a way to have those kind of those two players on your roster if you're Coach Charles Chu, because yun na nga, si Mix Corteza, is what he brings in here is solidifying.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's gonna start, sometimes he's gonna be a backup, pero ang hindi nawawala din sa tamang sinabi ni Chantal is yung alignment. He's really aligned to the system that Coach Charles is implementing, kaya naman this is one of his best seasons so far.
That's right. Now for the Benilde Blazers, Coach, naintindihan ko, you've prepared very well for this game. Maagang pumunta si Coach, gave us his thoughts on this game. Siyempre, nandito po ang keys to winning. Coach, top picks first for the Benilde Blazers.
We're talking about, ano ba to, OZ? Zone? Or Ox Zone?
Okay.
Whatever it is, we're talking about Miguel Ocson. He was solid. He scored 19 points during their first game. At ang mabigat dito, you're mentioning yung late run, it was him who really ignited that.
Yeah.
He had 19 points. He was 5 of 9 from the 3. 2 of those, Martin, came in that fourth quarter, in that 4-minute run that CSB had to cap that victory against San Beda. Willpower, I'm talking about Big Will, the #1 leading candidate in the MVP. Ang maganda dito kay Will Gozo, Martin, is he's not the focal point of the offense of CSB. As much as so much hype is putting on his ball game, but he's just a recipient of drop passes, offensive rebounds, and on transition, he finishes well.
Which makes his numbers all the more impressive.
Yep, because you also defend. He's active on his feet, trying to capitalize on those runs. And eto naman, Miguel Ocson, Will Gossum, strength in numbers. And that, we're talking about the crew. We're talking about Naive, nabanggit natin si Corteza, nabanggit natin yung ibang support group nila. They really are solid when they play together. They're #1 in assists in this league. They're averaging 19 assists per game. And having those 2 best players on your lineup, tapos you're sharing the basketball. That's why I'm really excited for this game and this team of CSB Blazers.
This is the #1 offensive team in the league. Right over 81 points per game. 3 of their leading scorers nasa top 10 po ng NCAA leaderboards. All right, so that's the Benilde Blazers. Yan po yung keys to winning nila. We'll check out later on in the game kung mache-check ba nila lahat yan. Mamaya po sisilipin natin. We'll review it at halftime. But time for us to go to the other side. This time from the Red Lions. Nandito po ang nagbabalik at attorney at law na courtside reporter Miss Anne Gabriel with a report from San Beda and Jacob Cortez. Anne, go ahead.
Thank you, Martin. I'm so excited to be back here at Phil All Echo All, but I feel like nothing can compare to the excitement being felt right now by the San Beda Red Lions as they are about to play their very last game for the elimination round here at Season 98. At na nga, so pinaka-excited dyan ay syempre ang ating naging best player of the game sa kanilang huling laban kontra JRU. That is Jacob Cortez. Nakwento nga niya sa atin na isa sa pinaka naging inspiration niya during that game ay syempre ang kanyang father, basketball legend Mike, the Cool Cat Cortez. Sabi niya kasi recently medyo frustrated siya with their loss versus LPU at yung medyo limited playing time niya. Ganun pa man, sinabihan daw siya nito to fix his mindset. And because of this, mas naging positive daw siya during practices and eventually translated into their game versus JRU. Kaya naman abangan natin if this Cool Cat Jr. or should I say Cool Cub will be able to showcase another A-game dito naman sa kailang laban kontra CSB. Yan muna for now. Na-miss ko kayo, Martin and Coach Topics.
Na-miss ka rin namin. Maraming salamat. Jacob Cortez will be needed today. But that's a good revelation for Coach Yuri Escueta that Jacob could very much lead the way. Kung nagsastruggle yung iba nilang players, meron pa siyang isang pupuntahan.
Well, Jacob brings stability to this lineup. Obviously, they have other point guards on that position, but you know, bata pa to si Jacob, pero I would say obviously he has a good pedigree, the Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Pero what I like about him is he's making a name for himself. He's pretty much different from his dad. But again, what he brings in is so important in this team of the San Beda Red Lions.
Only in his second season for the Red Lions. Marami pang lalaroin itong si Jacob Cortez. But now let's go to your top picks for the San Beda Red Lions.
When I say slow and steady, Martin, I'm not talking about San Beda walking the basketball. Obviously, they have opportunity to run the basket, but I believe in the system of Coach Yuri Escueta. He's coming from Coach Tab Baldwin and Coach Chot also. So, yung sistema kasi nila is really pretty much that's where they're getting their scoring. So if they could really work on their system and get their points off of that, they're gonna have a better chance in this ball game. Limit the speed. We're talking about the Benilde Blazers fast-paced game. We're talking about ang maganda kasi dito kay Mix Corteza at itong si Miguel Gosum is Will Gosum. They also finish on transition. When they get the rebound, they're gonna run for the transition. They might be a recipient of the drop pass or sila yung nag-clean up ng board. So that's gonna be an extra opportunity for them. Weathering the storm. Benilde Blazers is a high-octane offensive team. You mentioned that earlier, Martin, that they're #1 in scoring. So, in order for you to have a better chance against CSB Blazers, kailangan yung mga run, yung mga small run or even the big runs of CSB, kailangan makontrol mo yun. Kailangan meron kang pamantay sunog. That's why it's very important to really make sure to make it slow and steady.
And I'm sure na-check yan ni Coach Yuri Escueta because you know this entire coaching staff has a very cerebral approach to their next games. Okay, to the game at hand rather. Okay, so ito na po. Clash of the Titans. Our second game today, the Benilde Blazers versus the San Beda Red Lions coming up next. And puntahan natin ang ating Coliseum announcer for the call out of the players.
Ito po ang inyong NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Live ngayon sa GTV Worldwide sa pamamagitan ng GMA Pinoy TV at GMA News TV International. At may live streaming pa sa gmanetwork.com, NCAA Philippines website, at sa YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Welcome back to the Phil Oil Echo Oil Center as we continue with the second round eliminations in today's main game, featuring the College of St. Benilde and the San Beda University. In Season 98 Men's Basketball of your NCAA. Let's have first call out the starters of your CSB Blazers.
Oras na para kilalanin magsisimula mula sa magkabilang panic for Coach Charles Chu and the Benilde Blazers. They're gonna start their main man at the point guard position, JC Colliar, Mark Sanko, their center, Ladis Lepalam, Will Gozum, and Robbie Naive. So Miguel Oczon, their killer in the previous matchup against San Beda, will be coming off the bench. On the other side for Coach Yuri Escueta and the Red Lions, starting with Kwekutay. Sanchez gets another start alongside Cami Contapay, JB Bahio, and their steady point guard in Peter Alfaro. Our referees, FIBA International Referee, the crew chief as well, number 7, Glenn Cornelio, FIBA International Referee, Jonard Garcia, number 23, and another FIBA International Referee completing the cast, Aaron Cañete, number 26. Mga kapuso, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok ngayon live on GTV NCAA Season 98, San Beda versus De La Salle College of St. Benilde. This is for potentially a playoff, twice to beat advantage. We showed you the scenarios earlier, so this will be a big game for both teams. Jumping it up are JP Bahio and Ladis Lipadam. First crack at the basket for Benilde, and they will not waste time. Mark Sanko scoring on his first attempt.
A well-executed play off of the jump ball. Ito na yung high octane that we were talking about. Martin, how they are really active, not only on offense, but also on defense.
Benilde actually, coach, number 2 in terms of fast break points. At para sa akin, magiging importante rin yung second unit ng Benilde because they have the number 1 bench in the league. Kaya sila ganito kagaling. Here's Dami Contapay. Short shot is good. Contapay is on the board. San Beda is on the board. And that's how we will start the battle dito po sa ating second game today.
I love the way itong San Beda University really went high percentage. Either going to Bayo passing it to Contapay for that easy high percentage shot.
But you see how tight the passing lanes are. Nakita mo, Coach Yuri Escueta opting for a lengthier lineup with Sanchez, Contapay, and Bahio right there manning the painted area. All right, let's go first for an update from Benilde's side. On standby right now is Miss Chantal Lauder. Chantal, go ahead.
Gentlemen, we might be nearing the end of our eliminations for this basketball season. Pero in the words of team captain JC Gulliar, after clinching a spot in the Final Four, dito pa lang magsisimula ang kanilang season. They're stepping in with more intense goals. Pero this time, it entails them more intense games. Gaya na lang ng larong ito. Pero alam nyo, ang lagi daw nilang problema is starting a bit shaky. Pero ngayon maganda ang simula nila. At sana magpatuloy-tuloy ito dahil ang kanilang aim is to sharply execute and to physically go hard. Yan muna, balik sa inyo.
Chantal, thank you so much. Yeah, what you pointed out, it's been happening to Benilde in their last few games. Shaky starts. Here's Kwekutay. Connects on the deep ball.
We were talking about slow and steady, running really well their system. I love the way they're doing it. They really are going for those high percentage shots. They're attacking the basket, attracting the defense, and seeing that James Kwekutay 3.
Coach, I also want to point out how Benilde is the number 1 team in terms of scoring in the painted area. And Sanko right there scores their second basket, scores his second basket of the game. And San Beda is number 1 in terms of defending the paint as well.
Yeah, because they really are playing the zone a lot of the times. They're really making sure, kumbaga, they're gonna pick their poison, Martin. They're really gonna challenge you to shoot outside shots. Kumbaga, they're gonna live and die with those outside shots. Ang problema lang dito, ang daming extra possessions nitong mga manlalaro ng CSB Blazers.
That's right. Okay, ball goes outside. It stays with Benilde. At least that's what they're signaling right now. Let's go first to Ann Gabriel from San Beda side. Ann, go ahead.
We are peaking at the right time. Yan po ang sinabi sa akin ni Coach Yuri Escueta when I asked him about his evaluation for the team so far here at Season 98. Ganun pa man, aminado si Coach Yuri that there are still a lot of things to improve on para dito sa panig ng San Beda. Isa na nga dyan ay when it comes to taking care of every possession. At dito nga po sa kanilang laban versus CSB, Coach Yuri said that they have to take care of their transition defense and that they also have to make it difficult for the key players ng kabilang kupunan tulad na lamang nila Will Gozo at Miguel Oxon. Kaya naman abangan natin if the Kings of the Jungle will be able to make their dominance felt dito sa loob ng PhilOl Eco Oil Center versus the CSB Blazers. Thoughts, gentlemen?
And thank you so much. As you were mentioning that they need to take care of each possession. Sila naman yung nakaagaw sa kabila. And they're looking so focused right now. GB Bahio was able to score for them. So this is a great start for San Beda. And they got a chance to add on to their total. JB on the receiving end. Kwekutay setting him up.
You gotta love the patience of the San Beda Red Lions because, again, They're making sure that there's not going to be easy lane to the basket. Since they're there, they're going to make sure they're going to provide firepower defensively.
Oh, JB Bayo is fired up first. This jumper in transition, stopping, popping, connecting, and then Kwekute feeding his big guy, JB Bayo, for the finish. By the way, at the 2 baskets, dun sa kanyang dalawa pang blocks dito sa ating laban, he's been getting feisty on the defensive end.
Talking about start, that's the way you want it to start if you're Coach Yuri Squeta. Why? You're making it hard for the players of CSB to even attack the basket. There's so much activities. They're just challenging outside shots, but that's a problem. Another extra possession for the CSB Blazers with that Sanko putback.
All of the 6 points of Benilde nanggaling dito kay Mark Sanko. And that's why he's so important to this Benilde machine. Bayo thinking about it. Ngayon siya bumabantay kay JP. Kuntapay, pump fake! And Gozum gives up the foul. Napakagat ni Dami Kuntapay. Itong si Will Gozum.
Makita mo doon, Martin, how patient itong si Bayo is. Yes, he's really already hot with 4 points. Pero makikita mo doon that actually that's 5 points already for Bayo, but he's really not forcing it. He's looking for those wide open shots, which happened kanina kasi nagkaroon na siya kanina kay Kuntapay. So he looked at that opportunity again. But this time, he's gonna go for that basket.
And that's one of his favorite spots on the court at the baseline. JB Bayo starting off hot. 6 points already in the game. We got a timeout on the floor.
Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Is this it? Yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports. Pusong kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting...
We're back to the coverage. You guys just saw a sea of red dito po sa loob ng Philoil Eco Oil Center. Again, playoff atmosphere. The students are here. Family, friends are here to watch their favorite players and, of course, the teams that they're supporting in the NCAA on a Tuesday afternoon. We thank you for catching the action live right now on GTV. If you're watching on your television sets, for San Beda, they're off to a great start here. 11 points on the board, 6 ang nanggaling doon kay JB Bayo.
Talking about JB Bayo, Martin, field goals ng dalawang koponan na to, itong CSB 3 out of 11, while ito namang San Beda University 5 out of 6. And 3 out of 3 nga doon is itong si JB Bayo. So you could see that they really are making sure that it's gonna be a slow-paced ball game.
That's right. But I also have to note, Coach Topex, early on, Benilde has been getting more opportunities because of their activity on the glass. Already with 7 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
JC Gulliar stopping on the dime and waiting. He will facilitate and set the table for his team. Mark Sanko, who has scored all of their points, feeding Will Gozum, bothered by Dami Kuntapay. And here's Kwekute running with it. Kwekute pulls the trigger, and Kwekute knocks it down.
This is going to be a scary team. Talking about the San Beda University, tama si Coach Yuri. They are picking it the right time. Pretty much solid. You gotta love the 14 points, Martin, but also give credit to your defense.
Yeah. Hirap na hirap ang Benilde, lalong-lalo na pag nakakapunta na sila sa interior. Oh, and that's another takeaway. JB Bayo stealing it. Will Gozum will be called for this one. Things getting chippy here in the first quarter. And this is James Kwekute. His confidence rising in this game, nailing the triple. And that right wing. And this is why San Beda is the #1 team in terms of defending the paint. Talagang lahat ng mapupunta kay Gozum, mapupunta kay Sanko. Corteza is on the floor now for Benilde. Talagang laging may kamay na tatapik dun sa bola.
There's so much activity on the paint, Martin. You'll notice there. The reason why lamang itong San Beda because they already forced CSB to 4 turnovers. They scored 7 points off of those 4 turnovers. So you'll notice ang ganda ng flow ng kanilang depensa and it's really helping their offense. Bayo already with 8 points.
JB Bayo is the number 10 scorer in the league. He's averaging 11.3 points per game. He has 8 points already in the first frame. Here's Robbie Naive. Robbie trapped. Oh! Umalis dun si Sanko at turnover for Benilde. That is turnover number 5 now for the Blazers.
That's going to be a problem if you're CSB Blazers because the defense of San Beda is really forcing the players of San Beda or CSB to really get out of their rhythm. Usually sila yung aggressors, Martin. Now, in this first quarter, it's the other way around.
A 10-point lead built by the San Beda Red Lions. And it's largely because of this guy, JB Bayo. And this one, of course, Kwekute. Alfaro being manned by Oxon. 5 to work with. James, step back 3. No. And ball staying on the side of San Beda with Sanko giving up the foul. Yeah, it's going to be on him. So Sanko will be called for this one, only his first foul of the game.
Now the big question for CSB is how will they weather this storm? CSB already has 5 turnovers. They need to make stops. They need to run off of those. And that is what makes Oxon is doing.
There we go. Just entered the game earlier, Miguel Oxon. His first touch. Ito agad siya taking it strong in transition and drawing the foul in the process. So 2 takes coming up for Miguel Oxon. Now Oxon is the number 8 scorer. Averages 12.13 points per game. But we all know he's much more capable of scoring in 20s, 30s. Coach Topex.
And he's a streaky player, Martin. Yeah. Even though he's already missed 10 shots, he's still going to take that 11 shot.
That's true.
That's the confidence that Coach Charles Chu has given to Migs Oxon.
And Oxon, again, was the killer in their first round encounter. 19 points, 11 coming in the fourth quarter, and including some big threes down the stretch. So Oxon connecting on 1. The lead is 9. Backfield got the step. That is rejected by Corteza. And it stays with San Beda. 13 to work with.
As long as CSB is going to the free throw line, as long as they're making basket, they could easily set up their press. The problem right there is the 5 turnovers they committed at the early on, and which San Beda University capitalizes on those offense.
But here's Dami Contapay. A couple of games ago, 4 out of 4 from long distance, missing his first try. And here's Miguel Oxon. Cross-court pass to Sanko. Here's Jimboy on top. Pass to Ran for 3. Come home. And Jimboy makes Benilde's first triple of the game. So it's down to 10. Benilde starting to climb back, Coach.
That's the only problem for CSB right now is malapit na sila mapunta sa penalty. So they have to make sure that they're going to defend properly because you don't want to lose the pressure. It's one thing that you have to work on. And we see in this timeout by Coach Yuri what's going to be the adjustment that he's going to make. We're going to be right back.
Pusong Kampiyon. Tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch. and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA.
And we're back to the coverage. Key matchup for today. Oh, this should be good. X Factors from both sides. Robbie Naive and Tony Inot. Inot brings you a little bit of everything. Robbie Naive gives you that scoring punch. Coach Topex.
That's going to be energy if you're Tony Inot. Not only energy, he's going to give you a lot of activities on transition. He could shoot well from the three also, which right now, I mean, itong San Beda is starting off really hot, connecting from their offense. But what I love about this team right now is the intensity on defense.
Defense has been there for the Red Lions. That's why they're up by 6. Inot got away. Nakabanggit pa lang natin kay Tony Inot. He scores his first basket of the game. Oxon slashes. Acrobatic shot will not go.
The defense of San Beda University forcing itong CSB players to play one-on-one. We've talked about their strength. Their strength is when they are sharing that basketball. And so far right now, that's where they're struggling. And that's where San Beda is really flourishing.
Inot. Oxon Corteza with a finish. So Benilde able to retaliate. Inot, babawi. Tony Inot takes it strong again. Second bucket of the game for Inot.
The way to beat the press is to make sure you push that basketball, which is what San Beda University is doing right now. That's why they already connected 20 in the first quarter.
Oh, but Sanko, 9 points already in the first quarter. That time with a 3-point bomb.
Sanko is the only bright spot for CSB right now. Not only connecting from the three, defending and finishing on transition.
And Sanko is in double figures. He's got 11 points in the first quarter. Kwekutey, that it is down to 3. Separation, jumper. Got it for James Kwekutey.
The coaching staff of CSB complaining and then saying that it was an offensive foul, but the referee saw otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, miscommunication. All ending up with Makoy Marcos. And here's Miggy Corteza. Turn around. And that's going to be a foul on Jacob Cortez. 2 takes coming up for Miggy. Here's the triple earlier by Mark Sanko. What a spark from this guy to keep Benilde afloat in the first. And then a takeaway. Getting into the passing lanes, finishing on the other end for 11 points. But on the counter, how about this? Kwekutey erases Miguel Oxon from the picture and knocks down that step back Jay.
That was a solid shot coming from James Kwekutey. What we've noticed right now in the offense of San Beda University, they are not using the ball screen because they know that there's a possibility that they're gonna get trapped by the active players of CSB. We saw how active itong si Sanko was at the start. Will Gossom still struggling at the start of the ball game, Martin, and we know that eto na yung sinasabi natin, the support group. It's gonna be important in this ball game for CSB Blazers.
And this support group has kept it close here in the first quarter. Kasi kanina 10 po yan, 16-6. And it's been the other guys. Sanko, Corteza, Miguel Oxon entering the game, scoring right away. Sanko upo muna with 11 points for Coach Charles Chu. Ayan yung mga numero niya. Perfect from the field so far. Cortez sends it out. Pometa is free for 3. Too strong. Cortez ending up with it. And there's a foul whistled. Jacob will head to the line. And this will be against the tallest guy on the floor in Ladis Lipalam. And Jacob Cortez will take 2 coming off that 15-point outing against the JRU Heavy Bombers. Largely responsible for that fourth quarter takeover for San Beda kasi muntik na sila ma-aksidente dun. Madisgrasya sa JRU.
That was the game that got away for JRU, but it's also going to be a wake-up call for San Beda University. You cannot come into a game knowing that the other team will just give you that victory.
And, you know, it's been that kind of season. Kahit na ganito yung record ng team na to, ganito yung momentum ng team na to, You really never know the outcome of the game until you play the game. Zone spin, what a shot. And he will go back to the free throw line.
The double teaming of Miguel Oxon wasn't successful there, Martin. As we see, they're trying to trap him. He was able to go for that spin. Could have easily been a drop pass.
Yeah.
But again, opting to go high percentage. And obviously, you want your best player on the free throw line.
Miguel Oxon heading to the line here for the second time today. Can have one of his best games against Arellano. Only 3 out of 9 for 6 points. Also had 6 rebounds and 4 assists. But you know Miguel Oxon, and this is a totally different game, Coach Topek, kasi higher stakes. Mas maganda yung atmosphere natin dito with a larger crowd. So, you know, he likes these types of moments and he embraces these types of situations.
You gotta love these opportunities. Every player is dreaming of playing in this kind of situation. If you're not excited about it, you should play a different sport.
That's true. That's true. It's a 2-point game. Benilde has a chance to tie. Pastoran fading away. Came up short. And here's Tony Inot. 4 points so far for Tony. You can. Nope. Zone secures the board. Benilde has a chance to tie again. Crossword pass. Catch and shoot. Carlos. And Benilde has the lead. Carlos connecting on the triple.
Yes, this is what we're talking about, Martin. CSB was able to weather the storm. The difference of the first few minutes of the San Beda University team is they were attacking the basket.
Yeah.
Now, most of their shots are coming from the outside. Those are challenge outside shots, so the percentage is gonna go low.
Again, this is because of the second unit. It was because at first, si Mark Sanko kept them in the game, kept it close. But when the second unit came, you know, that sparked the comeback for Benilde. And it's the other guys again. This will be crucial. Dahil syempre, Coach Yuri, ano ba yung second unit yung ipantatapat mo dito?
If you're Coach Yuri, obviously, you're always gonna be on the defensive end. Kasi nga, you're trying to, as much as possible, match up defensively, which is working for them.
Yeah.
But the problem here, yung offensive firepower mo, nabawasan eh.
That's right.
Kasi nawala na si Bayo, nawala na si Kwekote. So, medyo nagkaroon na doon ng disparity yung offensive threat. And another thing, hindi ka na nakaka-force ng turnovers.
Correct.
Kanina kasi nung start, they forced 5 turnovers. They scored 8 points of those turnovers. So, those are your Guinea baskets. Kaya ang taas ng percentage din kanina nitong San Beda University. But, yun na nga, nagpalit. Because etong pagpasok ng second group ni Coach Charles, headed by Miguel Oxon, so nagkaroon ng stability ngayon sa kanilang offense. So tama ka doon kanina, Martin, ang laking bagay nung kinontribute ni Sanko.
Mark Sanko kasi di gumagana si Will Gozo. Naive nagsastruggle, pati si JC Colliar. So it kept them afloat,
Upon
especially
review,
when
it was an
San
offensive
Beda was
foul
making that huge
on
run.
number 27, Gab Cometa.
Gab Cometa is called for the offensive foul, so that's a personal foul on him. Our score natin dito, 24-23. It's been an 11-point turnaround so far in the first quarter. And Benilde has a chance to compound on this lead. Ball in the hands of Jimboy Pastoran. About a second differential between the game and the shot clock. Pastoran with a left hand. And Benilde is now up by 3. Cortez. The heave goes in for Jacob Cortez to beat the buzzer.
Way to finish off. Pastoran finishing off of that CSB Blazers team. Jacob Cortez has other plans in mind.
What a finish here in the first frame, Cortez. Yep. Yeah, that'll count. That'll count for the Cool Cub, Jacob Cortez. Woo!
Sorry, Mike, but there's a cool cat in town.
Let's go. Let's go. Jacob Cortez is in the house. And what an electric finish. So they made it official. So we'll end the first 10 minutes of action with only our second deadlock of the game. 26-all. Mickey Cortez, a huge factor of that Benilde fight back. Coach Yuri Escueta could not compound on that fast start, but they're still looking good right here. This was a step back, J of Kwekote earlier. 26-all going into the second quarter of this game sa pagbabalik po ng NCAA Season 98 on GTV.
The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on GTV. Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Here's the game, yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind
coverage. Your NCAA Season 98 live on GTV. Second round encounter between these two teams. Number 2 versus number 3 right now at least in the team standing. San Beda versus Benilde. Second quarter begins. Martin Javier alongside Coach Topex Robinson here in the broadcast with our two courtside reporters, Chantal Laude and Ann Gabriel. We'll begin the second quarter with that shot by Yukian Andrada. But Benilde with a stronger finish in the first 10 minutes, and they continue to heat up right here. Miggy Corteza on the break, and this is what you've been pointing out, Coach Topex. For San Beda, you gotta limit the speed. This is the mission now for Benilde, to turn up the pace.
If you're at San Beda University, your offense will help your defense. If you're gonna take those shots, you wanna make sure it's coming from your system. Why? It's putting your players in the right position. Not only to go for that offensive rebound, Martin, but also to have defenders on transition.
That's right.
Because you need those guys. Why? Because Corteza could finish well from transition.
Yeah.
Our Agent Zero, Will Gossum, is also a good finisher on transition. So it's not enough that you only have your guards like Jacob Cortez to defend the big guys of CSB Blazers.
And Miggy Corteza connecting on the free throw. So, for San Beda, Coach, JB Bahio is back, James Cuecote is back, Peter Alfaro is back, si Tony Inot lang yung nag-iba sa starting unit nila. Sanchez is on the bench for them. Here's the takeaway by Oxzon. At least muntika na. It stays with San Beda. And speaking of the Red Lions, let's go to their side first with an update from Ann Gabriel. Ann.
Martin and Coach Topic, sabi ko naman sa inyo, extra fired up itong si Cool Cat Jr. Jacob Cortez dito sa laban natin today. Pero isa pang good news para dito sa panik ng San Beda ay ang pagbabalik ng breakthrough Red Lion dito sa Season 98 na si Tony Inot. Kung maalala nga natin, unfortunately, hindi po siya nakapaglaro in their last game versus JRU because of his back pain. Ganun pa man, he is back and ready to play for the team. Nakwento nga niya sa atin how excited he is to play and be back on court. Nevertheless, let's still give credit to the players who stepped up during Tony's temporary absence, tulad na lamang ni James Payosing, who is very happy po sa tiwalang binigay sa kanya ni Coach Yuri at sa opportunity na makatulong para sa team. With this, as the San Beda Red Lions come in better force in today's game, handa na ba kayong maramdaman ang pagsik at angas ng mga Leon hanggang fourth quarter? Martin and Coach Topic.
And thank you so much. Ito, handang-handa na kami. James Cuecote, the triple, the foul, the 4-point play opportunity. And how about the kick out and the no-look pass in mid-air from JB Bahio. And that's definitely a foul on Miguel Oxzon. 4-point play coming right up for James Cuecote. Big moment for San Beda here in the second quarter. But yeah, Ann mentioned the absence of Tony Inot against JRU. Filling in perfectly was James Payosing. Played 8 minutes, provided 5 points, and more importantly, kasi pareha sila ng hubog at saka laro nito ni Tony Inot. Parehong athletic na guardia. So parang hindi nagbago yung naging takbo doon ni Coach Yuri.
What's good about that, Martin, is it's adding depth in your rotation, especially at the almost the finish end of the season. So nagkaroon ka ng added firepower for San Beda University.
And you mentioned firepower. James Kwekutey with 12 points in the first half. San Beda in front by 2. And this is going to be a foul with Tony Inot. Second team foul on the Red Lions. But Benilde, has come alive in this game. Did it earlier. Speaking of their side, here's an update from Chantal Lauda. Chantal.
Martin and Coach Tomex, hindi na nga naiwasan ng Benilde Blazers ang shaky start as they struggled in the first quarter. Pero blazing hot, Mark Santo provided hope sa Kaponan. Alam nyo, konting kwento dito kay Mark. Kasama pala siya sa juniors program ng LaSalle Benilde na Benilde Greenies or LaSalle Greenies. Sabi niya, he feels 100% fulfilled and blessed dahil nakasama pala siya nung unang beses na mag-champion ang LSGH Greenies noong 2017. At ngayon naman, kasama rin siya sa Benilde Blazers team that ended the 2-decade route of not reaching the Final Four. Tila ba kasama raw pala siya sa dalawang Benilde legacy and it would really boost his confidence and motivation. Kaya naman pala maganda ang ipinakita niyang laro kanina. Sana magtuloy-tuloy ito. Yan muna, balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Chantal. Kasama siya doon. And that team was led, yung LSGH team na yan was led by May Kagulangan, JD Kagulangan, and I think Makoy Marcos was there as well. At Iladis Lipalam. Okay, but yeah, it would be a good thing for Mark Sanko to be part of both championship winning teams sa juniors tsaka sa seniors. Pero, a lot of work left to be done for this Benilde team. And right now, they are behind by 4. And here's James Kwekutey. Starting to feel it. Binigay kay Bahio. Bahio will be found right here. And it's gonna be against Prince Carlos. So Coach Topex, Red Lions having a much better start to a quarter again.
Again, because of how well they are executing their plays. There's gonna be a lot of activities in this ball game as we see the stats nitong si James Kwekutey already with 12 points, 4 assists in 10 minutes of action.
That's a lot, and here he is again. Focal point of the offense, or offense rather. Kick out, Alfaro, too strong. And McCoy secures the board for Benilde. Here comes Prince. Carlos sidesteps, puts it up, no go. Rushed it a little bit right there. There's Peter Alfaro. Alfaro to Yukia. Over to Inot. They send it out, Alfaro utilizing that Baguio screen. Inot catch and shoot. Too strong. Sanko secures.
Martin, as much as itong San Beda University are missing all those shots, but those are the shots that you want if you're Coach Yuri Squeta. Why? The ball was able to go deep in the paint for a kick out. Kanina nga, ang difference lang nun, James Kwekutey was making those shots. That's where ignited the 4-point play. But gotta love the activity of Inot attacking the basket. Inot sharing the basketball. That's why it's now a 28-34 lead for San Beda University.
And that was Yukian Andrada again on the receiving end. 4 points already. Mark Sanko able to draw the foul, and now he will deal damage from the free throw line. It's a 6-point lead for San Beda. Here's the hesitation, and then the feed to Yukian Andrada. What a setup from Tony Inot.
The problem for CSB Blazers right now, Martin, is the guards of San Beda was able to attack the basket. So the primary defender, which is a guard, once you get broken down, nagiging secondary defender na yung big man ng CSB. That's why yung tira kanina ni Andrada is because naging secondary defender yung big man na tao niya. And San Beda University are doing a great job attacking the basket. Not only attacking to score for themselves, but attacking to create opportunities for their teammates.
That's right. So they're back. Because kanina, it was all Benilde when Benilde was trying to come back and even briefly took the lead. San Beda, their own version of weathering the storm. And here's Kwekutey with a triple. Once again, Kwekutey with 15 in the first half.
James Kwekutey really solid in his performance. CSB 0 field goals made in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of our ball game. giving credit to the offense of San Beda University.
Gladys Lipalam nails the short hook. So, timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this.
How's the first day back for everybody?
It was great to see everyone. I think we were all happy to be back together.
We will never get lost because we have our parents.
Kumusta, Alexandra? Salamat at nakapunta ka rito.
Come with me for a tour of the world's biggest IKEA store.
Being a PWD kasi in the Philippines is quite difficult.
Yun yung engineer nyo. Babae pala.
Bakit nga ba tila nabura sa kasaysayan ang sistema ng pagsusulat na ito?
Bringing you back to the coverage. Benilde versus San Beda. It's been a red second quarter so far. Red Lions outscoring Benilde 11-4. Kita po sa unang 4 na minuto ng ating second quarter. Ito yung Sea of Red na sinasabi ko. Alumni, current students watching right now on a Tuesday afternoon, and this guy is waxing hot in the first half. James Kwekute with 15 points, 4 out of 6 from deep, 5 out of 7 in total. But this was the counter earlier from Gladys Lipalam. Not a lot of points in the paint so far for Benilde. That's only their 6th. That is because of the interior defense of the Red Lions. Here's Tony Inot. After the timeout earlier, San Beda on the attack again, and JB Bahio connects on the jumper. The second guy in double figures for San Beda.
Second guy in double figures is JB Bahio. He's igniting that offense of San Beda at the start. He picked off where James Kwekute left off.
Yeah. So, I think the 1-2 punch is very clear for San Beda. It's Kwekute and JB Bahio. Eto, yung face-up jumper ni JB Bahio. We told you he's money from that spot. We were not kidding. Ayan, may bantay pa yun.
Tsaka yung off-foot, medyo hindi pa talaga nakaset yung paa nitong si JB Bahio. And I love the way his teammates are really looking for that opportunity. When James Kwekute was here, they're pretty much on the guard play.
Yeah.
When they saw JB Bahio, when he started to, nung napagod tong si James at tong si JB naman, San Beda is opting now to go post. We are talking about the system of Coach Yuri, making sure he's looking at the right spot where to get the point production. But you also have to love the support of the other players. Not only on offense, Martin, but also on defense.
Now this is going to be key here, especially going into the final for Coach Topex. You expect Coach Yuri na ibabad talaga sila James, sila JP. Kasi a bulk of their offensive production ang gagaling from those guys. But you also have to keep them fresh in the end game just in case the game ends up being close.
Again, you want stability on your offense, and you want to make sure that those 2 players that you mentioned, Martin, will be there. Not only be there, but they have to have their presence. That's why it's very important that you get a Justin Sanchez involved in their execution.
And Justin Sanchez scoring his first 2 points of the game. Chasey Collier has been a non-factor so far. Eto si Gladys Lipalam. Got away, stripped away, stolen by Alfaro. And bumped at midcourt by McCoy Marcos. So, Benilde not yet in the penalty though. That's only their 3rd team foul. Meantime, here's that move from the baseline by Justin Sanchez. 6 out of 10 shooting for San Beda in the second quarter. For Benilde, only 1 out of 7.
That 1 out of 7 is itong San Beda University marking the paint red. Making sure that there's not going to be any easy baskets in the paint for CSB Blazers. That's why they're 1 of 7 right now. Ang binibigay talaga dito ng San Beda is the outside shots. They know that there'll be times that CSB will connect from the outside, but they're giving up that low percentage shot.
So ang ano nila, game plan nila, patayin na nila kami sa labas. Wag lang makascore sa loob. And of course, that's negating. That means negating Will Gozum, Miggy Corteza. And here's JC Colliar. Colliar attacks. Gozum connects. That's his first bucket of the game. Will Gozum.
That was the first time that etong si Colliar and the rest of the guards of CSB was able to attack the basket. What's surprising here, Martin, is that is only the first 2 points of Will Gozum.
Yeah, went 0 out of 4 before this shot. JC Colliar setting up the cutting Will Gozum right there. And Gozum officially on the board now. But that's the thing for San Beda, Coach Topex. Expect na mag-game planan ka. Kung ikaw yung star player ng kabilang team, expect mo na mag-game planan ka. And the primary, or the priority rather, is to take you out of your game and make the other guys become the killers. But Gab Cometa scored on the other side. Here's Gabi again. Oh, Cometa! Short stab is good! Back-to-back baskets for Cometa.
The lane is open for San Beda University, making sure that they're gonna go attack the basket, go for high percentage shots, making sure their guards like Cometa are finishing off on that action, Martin.
And here's Gab Cometa again escaping Benilde's defense. San Beda now has their biggest lead of the game, 45-34.
With the latest news in the country and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs, Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam.
Life hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories to bring you something bright and sweet and get you dancing through tough times. Simple joys that remind us of the many reasons we can still smile. Cleanse your timeline with Make Your Day. Join us on YouTube and Facebook and share your stories too. Let's spread more awesome, wholesome content out there. Make your day!
We're back to the broadcast. Our halftime performer for Game 2, Jeff Moses ng Sparkada. Sparkle GMA Artist Center. Watch out for his performance later on in front of this mammoth crowd inside the Philoil Ecoil Center. As you can see, we got the fans here. Dumadami na yung fans ng Benilde. Nakikita natin may mga naka-black and green na. Ayan.
Pero on this side of CSB, may mga naliligaw na pula eh.
Oo, meron din eh.
So that just shows how much San Beda has anticipated this game, how important it is for them. Yes, kasi there's a possibility that you could end up being number 1.
That's right.
So that's where eto ngayon ang target nitong San Beda University, getting a lot of support from the rest of the players of Coach Yuri Espeta. We were talking about Jens Pecote, we were talking about JB Bayo, but let's also mention itong sa Cometa.
Ito naman si Jimboy Pasturan looking to reignite the offense of Benilde. Down 11 earlier, the veteran Pasturan providing the goods. Sanchez. Pecute on the bench of San Beda. Gabi Cometa with back-to-back baskets earlier. Kontapay for 3. Kontapay too strong. Ball is tapped around. Ends up with Oczon. That's a foul on Sanchez.
Again, as much as San Beda University are missing their shots, those are the shots that Coach Yuri makes sure that his players are taking.
Yeah.
Kasi nga naman, that's coming off a pass eh. Hindi yun atake ako, tira ako. It's really more of one guy attacking, kicking out. CSB players are scrambling. There's another pass. Kaya makikita mo ang daming ball movement ng koponan ng San Beda University.
So Justin Sanchez, foul is against him. So San Beda in the penalty. Oczon will head to the line. This is his third trip to the free throw line. Has made 3 out of 4 so far. Dun pa lang nanggagaling yung puntos dito ni Miguel Oczon. But we know he's not a first half kind of guy. Nope.
Talking about CSB Blazers on the free throw line, they are 9 of 13.
Yeah.
Kaya naman sila may nag-ahabol pa rin na nito. That's really been their saving grace, Martin, because itong San Beda only went to the line 3 times.
That's right.
They're 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. And this, the field goal right now, pataas ang field goal nitong San Beda University, already with 9 out of 34. Kaya naman ang laki ng kanilang production.
And Miguel Loczon missed 2 free throws, got his own miss, and missed the putback as well. But they get another crack at the basket. Last touch sa San Beda. 3:02 remaining in the first half. So the trigger man will be Jimboy Pastoran. Corteza backing down. That's a foul on Dami Contapay. Free throws coming up for Miggy. You mentioned free throw shooting single-handedly, you know, keeping it decent for Benilde here in the first half. At least yung margin na hinahabol nila, yung deficit na hinahabol nila. And Corteza to the free throw line. 6 points already here in the first half. Still perfect from the line. And he'll be a big factor. And he's one of the reasons, him alongside Miguel Loczon, why Benilde is the #1 or has the #1 bench unit in the league. 2 for 2. 38-45. GB Bahio. You know, he does this like in parts of the game. Yung siya yung magbababa ng bola para sa Red Lions. You know, penetrates with a wild on the attempt. And here comes Benilde. Pastoran for 3. No. Ball is tapped outside. Cometa ends up with it. And here's a 3-on-2 break. Cometa all the way.
What a way of finish or transition if you're Cometa. There was an opportunity, a 3 against 1. That's why it's so important that you attack the basket early on those opportunities.
Loczon! Miguel Loczon has been offline in the first half so far. 0 out of 4 from the field. Here's Kati Cometa. He's been online. 6 points already for this guy. And again, that's much needed production from the second unit neto ni Coach Yuri Escueta. By the way, hindi pa tayo tapos sa crowd ha. Pumapasok pa. Meron mga pumapasok dumarating ng mga fans dito sa Philoil ha. That's a good sign for this matchup, especially in the second half later. Cote takes it back. And a repossession here for the Red Lions. Cote scans the floor. He's up against Makoy Marcos. James goes to JP. JP sends it out. Dami from the deep corner. No go. Corteza rips out the board. Jimboy. Loczon for 3. Too strong. And Pastoran with a long rebound. Marcos, couple of fakes. Sends it out. Loczon again. Not that time. Sanko cleans it up.
Sanko keeping that basketball open. Makes Oxon struggling with the defense that has been put up to him. 0 out of 4 already for Mix Oxon in this game.
Another separation! And down it goes for James Kwekote.
This is the first time I've really seen James Kwekote in the zone. Focus on what he's doing, making sure that, you know, he's properly timing his shots, getting the rhythm. His teammates really helping him out a lot.
Kwekote again. He checked. 17 points for Kwekote in the first half. Got fouled though. Or somebody got fouled. Mickey Corteza is down. Oh, it's the right ankle. Remember a couple of games ago, na-injured din. Left leg naman ni Mickey Corteza. Or Corteza rather. This time he's holding on to that right ankle. So Kwekote is called for the tech. Second infraction. Narinig nyo dun sa Coliseum announcer natin. Second infraction of faking a foul. But we hope Miggy Corteza is okay. He's slow to get up. Tignan natin kung saan siya naglanding dito. So it was Miggy guarding JB.
Mandatory substitution.
And he checked Kwekute on the switch. He was the one who contested. Right ankle, silipin natin. Oh yeah, there. So, didn't step on anybody.
Yeah.
Coach Topex.
Actually, I don't know what angle the referees are looking at. But I don't think there is... May nangyari dun sa tira ni James Kwekute Martin.
Oo nga eh.
I don't know, again, there might be a different angle to that, but based on what we are seeing right now, walang yung pagland ni James, nothing really happened.
That's true.
Hindi natapakan yung paa. So I don't know, again, it's just our view of the situation because it happened in front of the San Beda University bench. So yun yung kino-contest ni Coach Yuri Squeta. Faking a foul maybe is when he dropped. But that's his...
That's the question now. How do you fake a foul if you're the jump shooter? You just shot it.
Yep,
Diba?
and that's law of gravity. I mean, you could fall off because that was a fadeaway three.
Yeah.
Again, just us asking the call, why was it making a foul? But again, the referees knows the rule better.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
So we hope Miguel Corteza is okay.
You really need him right now,
Yeah.
Martin, because just like what you mentioned, itong si Will Gossom is still physically or numbers absent. We haven't really seen the usual numbers of Will Gossom.
Yeah.
And itong si Miguel Ocso naman, in and out. I mean, his numbers are in and out, but what's keeping them is this number 10 guy in Sanko.
Yeah.
Making sure that that score is within striking distance.
Sanko is nearing a double-double, by the way, 13 points and 7 rebounds already for Mark Sanko here in the first half. 49, 41, 3 FIBA International referees convening at midcourt. So they'll check on this. Lepalamo on the bench, Corteza. I don't see him on Benilde's bench, so we hope to get an update on his situation later. But the call earlier was the second infraction on James Kwekute for faking a foul. Miguel Ocson took the free throw, took the technical free throw, made it. That's why we have an 8-point game. So 44.8 seconds remaining in the first half. All right, so this is referee Aaron Cañete. So ball possession, Benilde. So Jimboy Pasturan will be the one facilitating. Jimboy goes around the world, sending it out, all good tap. Nakatalikod pa yung Tony Inot nun. Cometa connects!
Cometa finishing well on those transitions, but again, the painted area is a danger zone for CSB. A lot of activities that the San Beda Red Lions are putting up, making sure that they're gonna give those kind of attempts, but there's a foul on the attack by Miguel Ocson.
That's a late whistle, but a foul nonetheless. Dami konta pa yung matatawagan dito. So it's Will Gosum going to the free throw line. Cap Cometa, by the way, with 8 points in the first half. 4 out of 6 from the field. Huge boost off the bench for Coach Yuri. And here's Will Gosum. Missing on the first. Gosum hasn't gotten his rhythm in this game. Only 1 out of 6. This is 1 out of 6 rather. This is his first trip to the free throw line. And Gosum again, the league's best scorer at over 17 points per game. Gosum connects on the second. He will go to the bench first. This is a defensive lineup deployed by Coach Charles Chu. Last 13.7 seconds of the first half. James Kwekute has it. He's got 17 points. Oh! He drops Marcos. Kwekute! In and out. And it stays out. Carlos with a heave. That's too strong. Would have been a highlight to end the first half.
That could have been big for San Beda University and James Wekote putting a dot on that first half for San Beda University.
But that's how we will end the first 20 minutes of action. Here's the fine, only basket of the game for Will Gozum so far. The fine by Couliard. Gozum was able to score, but Benilde ihado dito sa ating laban, 42-51, and it's because of this guy. Look at that. Wekote dropping Marcus and then connecting on that mid-range jumper. It's a 9-point lead for the Red Lions. At the break, Jeff Moses with his performance, and Pep Squads will take center court, and some numbers for you guys later on during our halftime breakdown and analysis. Magbabalik po ang NCAA Season 98 only on GTV.
Isa na namang jam-packed week ng basketball action ang ating napanood sa NCAA Season 98. Kaya naman bago tayo tumungo sa Final Four, balikan muna natin ang mga nangyari sa hardcourt. Last Friday, the Perpetual Altas registered an upset victory against the Benilde Blazers. Final score 89-83. Carlo Ferreras led the way for the Altas as he finished with 19 points. In the second game, Rinwil Yambing made history by going 11 for 15 from the three-point line in San Sebastian's 92-74 win over JRU. The rookie forward ended the game with a career-high 36 points.
Driving step through, reverse for Brent.
On Saturday, the Letran Knights won their 9th straight game after beating EAC 84-77.
Offensive board.
While the San Beda Red Lions took care of business by defeating Mapua 71-63.
Egan sizing up his defender and shoots a jumper.
Nung linggo, tinalo ng Perpetual ang JRU 72-60 sa pangunan ng kanilang graduating team captain na si Jeff Egan na gumawa ng 14 na puntos.
On the move, yes! And
Sa sumunod na laro, nagtagumpay ang LPU Pirates kontra sa San Sebastian Golden Stags 73-65. Nakapagtala ng career-high 30 points si Enoch Valdez para sa kanyang kupunan. Para naman sa mga laban ng Martes, winakasan ng Benilde Blazers ang Final Four hopes ng Baste sa kanilang 83-78 na panalo.
Inside to Flores. Flores finally!
Bago umarangkada sa pangalawang laro nung araw na yon ang Arellano backcourt tandem na sina Shane Menina at Axel Doromal. Naka 25 points si Menina at 20 puntos naman ang inambag ni Doromal sa 86-81 na panalo ng AU laban sa UPHSD.
Look at Umali working against that double team. Hindi nagpatina. Grabe naman yun!
And finally, on Wednesday, LPU improved their record to 12-5 after prevailing against JRU 79-62.
The hands of Capcom, net number 3. Come on!
As San Beda swept their season series against arch-rival Letran via a convincing 91-77 triumph. Ooh-wee! With these kinds of games, you know the Final Four is going to be even crazier. So stay tuned and keep it right here on GTV as the journey continues in NCAA Season 98.
We'll clear the runways and
Narito na ang top 10 plays sa ikasampung linggo ng men's basketball tournament dito sa NCAA Season 98. Simulan natin sa number 10. Shooter McLeod Guadagna pinakita ang kanyang passing skills. Nutmeg alert!
Guadagna, penetration, pasa sa loob! Grabe naman yun!
Another good pass, grabe.
Sa number 9, Axel Doromal halatang masipag mag-gym. Mukhang araw-araw nagbe-bench press.
Room against Barguma. Axel Doromal! Wow! Upper body strength.
Dito naman sa number 8, Miguel Ocson pinakita na naman ang kanyang tapang in the clutch.
Going, it's at 3, Oxon! Kaboom! Miguel Oxon with a cold-blooded 3.
At number 7, another endgame dagger. It's JM Bravo putting the Golden Stags to bed.
Bravo for 3! Dagger! For JM Bravo! Night na daw sabi ni JM Bravo. Big 3-pointer.
For number 6, the number 1 assist man in the league with another one. Renzo Navarro with a special delivery to Enoch Valdez.
So much they're starting to recover here. What a pass! Navarro! Valdez, the finish!
How about another dime at number 5? Greg Cunanan with the alley-oop to Mr. Omar Larupay.
7 alley-oop! And Larupay with a finish inside. That was a great look too, great assist.
Balik tayo sa mga clutch baskets sa number 4. The cool Cub Jacob Cortez with an ice-cold triple. Brrr.
Cortez! What a three-pointer from Jacob Cortez!
Sa mga slam dunk naman tayo sa number 3. The Demolition Man Enoch Valdez nagpasabog sa fast break.
Will clear the runways and sky for the slam.
Isa pang dakdak sa number 2. Dalawang kamay, Miggy Corteza mula sa baseline.
Oh, Corteza! With a two-hander from the baseline.
At para sa ating number 1 play, tama, maisasalpak na naman sa ring. Benilde Blazers legend in the making, Will Gozum.
Gozum down the middle! A poster jump for Will Gozum! Grabe.
At ayan po mga kapuso ang ating awesome plays sa week number 10 ng men's basketball tournament dito sa NCAA Season 98.
Two-hander from the baseline.
You saw the performance from the San Beda Red Corps. Right before that, yeah, Jeff Moses takes center court. At the half, it's a 9-point game. San Beda Red Lions in front, 51-42. And they're up against the Benilde Blazers today in a crucial matchup, a marquee matchup dito po sa NCAA Season 98. You guys have Martin Javier alongside Coach Topex Robinson for your Tuesday broadcast. And these are the numbers at the half. Red Lions, red hot from the field. Coach Topex, 52% against one of the best defenses in the league.
Well, one of those, that percentage is obviously James Kwekote came here, a man possessed, hitting, connecting, his shots from the outside. But the reason that the field goal is kind of high because San Beda, Martin, is really attacking the paint.
Yeah.
Coming from their transition, coming from their stops, coming from their execution. They've really been executing well. Well, ito namang CSB Blazers a bit struggling on their execution. They really wasn't able to start well the way they used to be. They weren't able to defend well. And ang laki ng fast break disparity dito, Martin. San Beda with 16, while ito namang CSB Blazers only with 5. Kaya naman lumaki yung ganito yung kalamangan para sa koponan ng San Beda University.
And how about the perimeter shooting of the San Beda Red Lions? They're one of the best. I think they're the best in that department in the NCAA right now. 29 points off the perimeter. And for the Benilde Blazers, one guy keeping them in step in this game is Mark Sanko. Only guy in double figures for them with 13 points and 9 rebounds. So he is closing in on a double-double. On the other side, 2 guys leading the way. First one is James Kwekote with 17. And following him is, of course, his mate. Dito sa San Beda Red Lions, 1-2 punch, katandem ni James Kwekote. JB Bayo with 10 points as well. Coach Opex.
JV Bayo really providing a lot of stability para sa koponan ng San Beda University. But you saw there the support of itong si Cometa already with 8 points. And he's really a good facilitator for Coach Yuri Escueta. We talked about Jacob Cortez also providing a lot of support on the scoring. That's why ang ganda ng kanilang point production. While ito namang CSB Blazers, we haven't really seen a lot of big Will in this ball game.
Yeah.
He got into early foul troubles, got his rhythm off. Kaya naman labas-pasok itong si Will Gossom for Coach Yuri, for Coach Charles Chu.
51-42, leading scorers natin. 8 points ni Gab Cometa, huge for San Beda's second unit. And most of the time, nagre-rely si Coach Yuri sa kanyang mga starters to carry them in their games. Okay, Coach Topics tayo. Here's an update from Benilde side first.
Yes, the reason why CSB is struggling right now, there's no Mix Oxon. He only scored 4 points on Martin, and those points are coming from the free throw. We've talked about Will Gossom, our leading MVP candidate, struggling with only 3 points in this ball game. Strength in numbers is doing well because you've mentioned about Sanko, you've talked about Miguel Corteza, and Jimboy Pastoran is accumulating the 28 points para sa koponan ng CSB. Kaya naman yun ang kulang dito ngayon is the 2 top scorers for CSB Blazers.
But again, strength in numbers. You got Mark Sanko with the next man up mentality. Nagsustruggle yung iba. Ako yung gagawa. For San Beda, all check so far.
Slow and steady is the key for San Beda University. Most of their scoring, Martin, is coming from their execution. Rare are the times that you're going to see them really force their shot. Obvious here is they're sharing that basketball already with 9 assists, limiting the speed. They already have 11 points of turnovers while ito namang CSBs only had 6. Kaya naman ang bilis talaga and fast break points.
Yeah.
16 for San Beda University. They are really limiting CSB to only 5 fast break points. Weathering the storm so far, wala pang masyadong spurts in numbers itong CSB because again, you have to give credit to the defense of San Beda University.
And here's an update of the key matchup today. The X-Men, the X-Factors, Robbie Naive and Tony Inot, 2-2-2. Para dito kay Robbie Naive, Tony Inot getting the slight upper hand so far with 4-3-1. I love the stats at the half because we saw how San Beda negate some of the strengths of Benilde, especially when it comes to points in the paint and the fast break points. Coach Topex, again, yung dalawang factors na yon, huge part of Benilde's game, and that's why they're one of the best in the league right now.
That's really been a key factor for San Beda is there's least or minimum inside presence para sa koponan ng CSB Blazers. We don't see any action coming from Corteza on the offensive rebound, lalong-lalo na itong si Will Gosso.
That's right. We're still unsure if Miggy Corteza can come back in this game. We'll get an update later dahil na-injure ni Miggy yung kanyang right ankle kanina. Alright, so Benilde will begin with this 5 on the court. Robbie Naive forcing that one. So it's Naive, Sanko, Gozum, Okzon, and Cuellar for the white shirts. Para naman dito sa mga nakapula. Bakute, who has 17 points, will lead the way again. They send it out to Peter Alfaro, who comes up short right there. Jacob Cortez, who gets to start here in the second half. Wala. JP Bahio cleans up the mess.
3 possessions on that opportunity for San Beda. You gotta love the activity. You gotta love how they're sharing that basketball. They're making it so easy right now to score against the defense of CSB Blazers.
Remember, San Beda was out-rebounded in the first half, 30-17. Oh, Benilde throws it away. Red Lions gaining control here in the third quarter, 53-42. And Cuellar is headed to the bench. Jimboy Pastoran. So a quick switch in the point guard position for Coach Charles.
That's an early substitution for Coach Charles Chu. Not happy with JC Cuellar's execution or leadership. That's why nagpalit ka agad ng gwardiya itong si Coach Charles Chu.
Contapay. Wala pa. Para dito kay Dami Contapay. And here's Robbie Naive pushing it. Robbie sends it out. Sanko for 3. No go. And Bahio pulls it down. Jacob Cortez has been silent in the game so far. Maliban dun sa kanyang 3 puntos kanina to beat the buzzer. Bahio, spin move. Bahio scores. So JB with 4 points to begin the second half.
Steady, slow pace coming from San Beda University, Martin. They're so composed.
Yeah.
There's defense on the end of CSB. I'm not taking that away from them, but you gotta love the composure of the players of Coach Charles Chu.
That's right. It's a 13-point lead, the biggest for San Beda. Let's hear it from their side straight. From the Red Lions dugout, nandito si Ann Gabrielan.
Sabi nila, if you want to be a winner, you have to be fearless like a lion. At mukhang yan nga po, kailangan patunayan ng San Beda Red Lions hanggang dulo ng laban na ito versus the CSB Blazers. Kanina nga, inside the dugout, everybody praised Gab Cometa for a job well done during the second quarter. And kanina rin, Coach Yuri Escueta congratulated the entire team for a good defense so far. Ganun pa man, Coach Yuri reminded his players to continue rebounding and to continue taking care of their transition defense. And before the halftime break ended, sigaw ng mga Bedista finish strong. So let's watch out if indeed the Red Lions will be able to finish this game strong versus the St. Benilde Blazers. Martin and Coach Topex.
And thank you so much. Deserve yung applause na yun mula kay Coach Yuri and the rest of the coaching staff para kay Gab Cometa, because that's what they needed from the second unit. But San Beda has to be careful. Benilde is a very good third quarter team, Coach Topex.
And I'm sure San Beda is aware of that. That's why you'll notice how deliberate they are on their offense. Ito lang ang challenge for San Beda. Do you really want to protect the lead or gusto mo pantaasan? Because if you want to protect it, medyo yung mag-iingat ka na masyado. It's sometimes, Martin, nagiging double-edged sword yun eh. Kasi nawawala yung aggressiveness mo. The reason why San Beda was in the lead is because of those kind of action. Guards of San Beda University attacking the basket, creating that breakdown. That's why there's a lot of wide open threes.
And they've been getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the third quarter. Dami Contapay though, called for steps. Will Gozum with solid defense that time. So 46-55. Let's see if Benilde has a fight back in them.
The good thing about San Beda's offense right now, Martin, is they don't really have any live turnovers.
Yeah.
What are those live turnovers? Are steals na it's gonna ignite the fast break. Kanina, that's an offensive foul. That's counted as a turnover.
Yeah.
But hindi tatakbo sa offensa itong CSB.
And here's Quickly from the corner. No. Okzon picks it up. He doesn't have the numbers though. Miguel Okzon doesn't care. Oh! Took the challenge from Alfaro. And Alfaro standing his ground. Kwekute rips out the offensive rebound and there's a foul against a Benilde player. Kwekute will get fouled in that sequence. Okay, let's head now to Benilde's dugout. Nandito, nanggaling dyan si Chantal. Now, Chantal, go ahead.
Thank you, Morten. Update on Miggy Corteza. According to their physical therapist, Javi Mendoza, natapilok siya kanina, costing him a right ankle sprain. Pero kanina, during the halftime, inassess ang kanyang condition and fortunately, ay makakabalik pa siya sa laro. Pero punta muna tayo sa panig ni head coach Charles Chu, who was greatly frustrated with the team. Alam niyo, sabi pa nga niya, masyado kayong kinakabahan. You have to stay composed. No filter pa si Coach Charles nang sabihin niya na if we don't win this game, magkakaharap kayo with the San Beda again on Friday. You'll have no rest and will be screwed. Kaya they really have to strengthen their mental toughness and their physicality in this game. Yan muna, balik sa inyo.
Chantal, maraming salamat. So, Coach Charles reminding them of what's at stake here. And again, they can't let this opportunity slip away. Will Gozum does something about it. Off the bank that time, 6 points now for Will. But here's Jacob Cortez floating it up. It goes out. James Kwekute, good sign also that Miggy Corteza will be able to return. Bahio, ang depensa ulit mula sa Benilde. So, 48-56. And this is exactly how Benilde was able to come back earlier. Nung naalamangan sila kanina, first quarter natin, inunti-unti nila itong San Beda. And this is the face-up jumper off the bank for Will Gozum. 48-56. That's the tally here in the third. Jimboy Pasturan working against the sophomore, Jacob Cortez. Jimboy getting extended run here. Ivy pulls the trigger. A little bit too strong that time. JB falling down, saves it to Alfaro. And here's Peter. Gets it to James. James backs up against Oxon. Kwekute will drive. Kwekute will feed it. That's too high for Andrada. 48-56. Coach Charles calls for time. They're down by 8.
Ang mundo at ang daming naiisip ng tao. Hatid ng Next Now ang latest sa science and technology, maging updated sa groundbreaking inventions.
Hello there.
At mga makabagong solusyon sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay.
Actually creates a huge impact.
Tunghayan ang episodes online dahil sa GMA News and Public Affairs Digital. We show you what's next now.
Are COVID-19 vaccines safe? What is climate change? Because information is crucial, we're giving you all the facts that you need.
Anong mga lugar sa Pilipinas ang COVID-free?
Introduce.
And we're back inside the Philoil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. An energetic crowd dito po sa ating venue, the home of NCAA basketball. As a sea of red and white continues to scream. Siyempre nandito rin yung mga naka-itim at siya naka-green from Benilde side. Thank you for joining us on a Tuesday afternoon. Ayan po sila, mga fans from Taft. DLS CSB students watching intently. 48-56. Benilde looking to make a push. Robin Ive. Pasturan. Kaboom! And Jimboy cuts the lead. Down to 5.
This is what we're talking about, Martin. Itong CSB Blazers still on top of the situation. Yes, they might be trailing by 5 points right now, but you could see the stability rin ng kanilang opensa. Added up dun sa kanilang depensa, but so far itong San Beda has other plans because again, a lot of opportunities to attack the basket, a lot of opportunities for extra possession. Though they missed that shot, that's a good attempt for extra possession for San Beda.
Pasturan has 13, dadagdagan, masyadong malakas. Oxon with the offensive rebound. The fine and Gozum finishes underneath.
Finally, Will Gozum being a beneficiary of the drop passes, hindi niya naman pinaya. That's why he connected. And now that's down to a 3-point advantage by San Beda.
Step back jumper, short for Kwekute. And here come the Blazers. Only down by 3. Naive. Oh, Kwekute falls down. Sanko open. They swing it to Pasturan. Jimboy. Sanko inside. And Sanko off the window. And the lead is down to 1. From 13 down earlier, Benilde has cut it to just 1. Sanko with 15 in the game. The escape and the left-handed layup for Peter Alfaro. Pamatay sunog para dito kay Alfaro. His first 2 points of the game. Oh, Gozum operates and nails the bucket.
That's going to be a scary sight for you if you're San Beda, because Will Gozum already connecting from the inside. Not only a beneficiary of the drop passes, but making sure he's inserting his might.
And now Benilde has a chance to retake the lead. Oxon for 3. That's too strong. Ball is tapped around. Cortez loses it. But it is tracked down by Bahio.
Those are the shots that makes Oxon usually takes Martins.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised, because coming into this game, remember the time that these two first met in the first round. Talaga namang uminit itong si Miguel Migs Oxon.
Oxon so far is 0 out of 9. Cortez lost it. It is picked up by Pasturan, who's been a big factor for Benilde here in the third. And Gozum with a finish. De La Salle College of St. Benilde takes back the lead, 59 to 58. Timeout, Coach Yuri.
Series from GMA News and Public Affairs.
Here's what you need to know.
Here's what you need to know.
Here's what you need to know.
Watch Need to Know. Available on GMA News Facebook page and our YouTube channel.
Looking for news and latest information?
Yung pala almost more than a minute na pala o hindi humihingi.
Watch GMA News and Public Affairs. Stand for truth.
The digital newscast where you can find the biggest stories of the week.
Binabaril kami talaga pag nasalaot kami. So kami, ano ang laban namin doon?
Dalawang ranger po namin ay pinagpuputokan po ng baril.
In-depth documentaries on issues, special report,
and analysis.
And we're back to the coverage. Third quarter action. Benilde with an avalanche here in the third, led by this guy, Jimboy Pasturan. Extended minutes at the point guard position. But the other guys contributing to the cause. Will Gozum starting to come alive. He now has 12 points in the game. And Mark Sanko, of course, steady as ever for them. 15 and 11. A double-double for Mark Sanko so far. And Benilde is back in front. 59 to 58. What a rally in the third quarter.
CSB really showing flashes of brilliance. We were talking about Will Gozum being absent in the first half, Martin, but now slowly implementing his mind, and a lot of bright spots for CSB, because we see now Corteza being brought back in the ball game. Jimboy Pasturan with 13 points, 3 out of 5 from the 3.
Yeah.
He's really been solid, and they're really looking for that opportunity for him to really connect.
You gotta remember, a couple of seasons ago, Jimboy Pasturan was the number 2 scorer of Benilde, right behind Justin Gutang. Oh, Justin Sanchez, the rip out by Colliar. Red Lions will still have it. So, Jimboy, he might be coming off the bench, but he's a very capable scorer and a steady point guard at the same time.
Yes, when JC Colliar was struggling in this ball game, maagang ang pinasok ni Coach Charles kaagad itong si Jimboy Pasturan, na hindi naman siya nagkamali. Yeah. Because Jimboy Pasturan connected on those baskets.
So here's Gab Cometa, 8 points in the first half. The feed, Alex Pizer couldn't finish. And the rebound is secured by Will.
A lot of missed opportunities para sa koponan ng San Beda. Only 1 field goal made in the last 6 minutes or 8 minutes.
Yeah,
ng ating ball game.
Wow, that's an extended dry spell for the Red Lions. Corteza back in the game. Works right away. Mintis nga lang. Here's Gab Cometa. He is on the move. Gab wisely resets the offense. Back to Gab on top. Ooh! Oh, that's a foul on JC Colliar. Sanchez was trying to reposition himself. JC Colliar was the one guarding him at the post. And Prince Carlos coming in. So, Inot, Cometa, Sanchez, Andrada, and Bicer. The 5 on the floor for Coach Yuri. Here's Yukian. Andrada to Sanchez. Oh! Tapped from behind by Carlos. And here's Prince. Corteza. Yes! Great sequence from the Blazers.
A lot of activities coming from the Benilde Blazers. We were talking about this, Martin. This is what's missing for them in the first half. They weren't able to force a turnover coming from San Beda. Now they're really more active defending the guards. No more penetration. And what's good about that is they could finish well on transition.
That's what you were saying on top of the coverage. It's guys like Will Gozum, Miggy Corteza. They get a bulk of their scoring in transition. And that's one good example. Corteza finishing off the setup job by Prince Carlos. By the way, Prince Carlos also came up with the steal. So, O to D for Prince in that sequence. Or, baliktad pala, D to O. Yeah. Kwekute. And a shot clock running out. A turnover forced by the defense of the Blazers.
CSB turning the tide of this ball game right now. A lot of activity from their guards. Now they have a 3-guard rotation on Robbie Naive, itong si Carlos, at itong si JC Colliar. Habang nagpapahinga si Jimboy Pastoran.
That's right. It's been a green quarter so far. Look at the scoring. 19-7 in favor of Benilde. And that explains the recovery here by the Blazers. JC Colliar, their captain, scoring on the drive. It is now a 5-point lead. Their biggest of the game. Oh, the takeaway. Almost at least. But it will stay with San Beda. Now, for the Red Lions, they got to regain composure here. Coach Topex.
Yes, because of the defense that CSB has been putting in. As we see it, si JC Colliar might have got hurt on that, keeping the ball alive, diving for that loose ball. They know how important this basketball is. That's why at every opportunity, they're willing to sacrifice their bodies. And that is what college basketball and NCAA is all about, Martin.
Precisely. Robbie Naive comes back in. Colliar to the bench will be checked. Alfaro. Kwekute needs to wake up. Sanchez driving. Sanchez step through. They swing it around. Alfaro. Kwekute. No. And that didn't hit the rim. So a shot clock violation on the Red Lions. Sanchez got hit in the face.
Everything but the basket there for San Beda. They were moving the ball around, looking for that best open shot. It started off James Kwekute's hand. It ended up with James Kwekute's hand. Only a different result because that was an air ball and another turnover for San Beda.
And now Benilde, this is their run. 15-2 in the last 6.5 minutes of this game. Naive misses. Ahead to Andrada. And Yukian, the touchdown. Badly needed basket for San Beda. 13 seconds left in the third. It is with Prince Carlos. Working against Kwekute. Carlos spins around. That's a travel on Prince. 3.8 seconds remaining. Red Lions will have another crack at the basket before we end the third.
CSB could have just, let that clock run, but opted to attack the basket. Another faulty turnover for the CSB Blazers. And now, ito namang San Beda finishing off this third quarter.
Oh! Time will run out for Peter Alfaro. So, At the end of our first 30 minutes of action, it's a 3-point game. Benilde Blazers. Full recovery in the third, outscoring the Red Lions 21-9 to retake the lead. And now they will carry a 3-point cushion going into the final chapter of this game. It's another NCAA Season 98 classic right here on GTV. We'll be back after this.
Seryoso si Presidente na terminate yung MBFA.
Na wala tayong asahan sa Western Pharmaceuticals kasi nabili na yun eh.
That matter for every Filipino.
Gusto na lang daw po niyang umuwi na doon na lang daw po siya mamatay sa Pilipinas.
Empowered by young producers and innovative mobile journalists.
Catch us at GMA News and Public Affairs TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Stand with us, stand for truth.
Hi, surprise guest!
Long.
Surprise guest, ikaw ba ay into politics din? Isa ka bang artista, singer, vlogger? Surprise guest, ikaw ba ay isang artista?
Pwede.
Politiko?
No.
Athlete?
Yes!
Surprise guest, is that you, Kylene?
Yes.
We welcome you back to the coverage. This is the NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day live on GTV. Martin Nabier alongside Coach Topex Robinson in the broadcast with Chantal Laude and Anne Gabriel reporting for Benilde and San Beda respectively. Fourth quarter begins. This is the final chapter between the battle between these two teams. Benilde and San Beda quarter scoring. Mark Sanko cleans it up. And that continues the outburst of Benilde here in the second half. Look at that, big third quarter of Benilde, Coach Topex.
Solid numbers coming from the CSB Blazers, Martin, 21 points, while limiting San Beda to only 9 points.
Lakute off the mark. And that guy, needs to come alive again. Cuellar. Sanko. Carlos, pocket pass, Mark Sanko on the roll. And this is now the biggest lead for Benilde. That's 7.
What a way to start the fourth quarter for CSB Blazers, Martin. A lot of guard activities, a lot of defensive stops, a lot of energy. And now another opportunity for the Blazers to attack the basket.
Carlos, yes! In transition, it's a 9-point lead now for the Blazers.
Speed kills for the CSB Blazers. A lot of running. Ang problema dito, you don't see any red shirts trying to stop. That's why si Carlos had that easy layup.
And now, the Blazers have gained full control in this game. Mark Sanko, by the way, monster numbers. 19 points and 12 rebounds. Another takeaway for Benilde. Miggy all the way. It's an 11-point lead.
That run of CSB is really, again, an inclination of how stable they are. They struggled at the start, but now they got their juices flowing, and it's an 11-point lead by the CSB Blazers.
Mamatay sunog para dito kay Peter Alparo. JC Cuellar brings it downhill. Mark Sanko lost it momentarily. He recovers. Miggy for 3. Cortez off the glass!
Wow!
Woohoo! And now we go to Benilde's side. Here's an update from Chantal Laude.
Martin and Coach Topex, balikan muna natin ang isa sa mga quotes from Coach Charles kanina sa halftime dugout. Alam niyo, sabi niya, the San Beda crowd is all that, but they will shut up if you show them how to execute well. At ito na nga, nabaliktad na nga natin ang crowd as the Benilde crowd na hindi ganito usually karami ay nag-iingay, sumisigaw at pinapakita ang kanilang suporta. Kaya naman, this fourth quarter ang patuloy na paalala ni Coach Charles sa kanyang players. Dahan-dahan lang. Now now that we're in the lead, expect them to come back. Kaya let's continue what we're doing and let's keep this up until the final buzzer. Yan muna, balik sa inyo.
Chantal, thank you so much. That's excellent crowd familiarity from Coach Charles. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They're silencing the San Beda crowd, and it's because of their relentless play on both ends of the court. At that time, it was San Beda coming up with a turnover. This is Cap Cometa. Yukien hesitated on the three. Gabi Cometa, the pull-up jumper. And he will be fouled in the process of 2 free throws coming up for Cometa.
A lot of patience on that execution by Cometa. Already had an opportunity to attack the basket, but was patient and making sure that this is going to be a good opportunity for them to go as we go into this TV time. Bye.
Igan, grabe ka!
Congratulations on your new program.
Ate V!
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify.
We're back to the action. It's been all Benilde here in the second half. So far, in total, they've outscored San Beda 32-11 in the second half, Coach Topex.
That's solid numbers for CSB Blazers. But Martin, those are coming from defensive stops.
Yeah.
Because during the first half, tatatlo pa lang ang turnovers or 4 ang turnovers itong San Beda. While this game, with 6 minutes and 49 left in the ball game, San Beda already committed 12 turnovers. So, ibig sabihin nun, Coach Charles was focusing a lot on making sure that they're gonna focus on stops and scores.
Yeah.
Another thing right now is James Kwekkote was kept into silent mode right now. Kung gaano siya kainit sa first half, gano'n naman siya nilamig ngayon. While ito namang si Mark Sanko.
Oh, what a story.
Yeah, you were mentioning about his numbers.
Yeah.
Solid 19 points, 12 rebounds.
Yep. And again, he was the one who kept them afloat earlier when they were down big in this game. Carlos. Oxon. No. Enot rips out the rebound. That's going to be a foul against Benilde. So, San Beda needs the activity of Tony Enot. They're down by 10 right here. Tignan natin kung anong plano ni Coach Yuri Escueta. Puntahan natin si Ann Gabriel. Ann.
Martin and Coach Topex, sinabi sa akin ni Jamie Contapay that this game is so important dahil dito na daw matetest ang true character ng San Beda Red Lions as a team. Kung kaya pa nilang maipanalo to o hindi. At nandito na nga tayo sa fourth quarter, magkakaalaman na tayo. Kanina during the timeout, Coach Yuri Escueta reminded the Red Lions to continue defending and to take good shots and to not force their shots. And right before the fourth quarter started, sinabi ng coaching staff ng San Beda, tayo naman. Kaya abangan natin kung ang mga bedista nga ba ang makakauwi ng panalo this time around kontra ang mga tagatap. Puso sa puso na ang labanan dito, Martin and Coach Topex.
Tama ka dyan, Ann. Puso sa puso. Sinusubukang humabol dito ng San Beda. Take away! Oxon all the way!
What a way to read the defense. Miguel Oxon anticipating that skip and going all the way for an easy layup, and now extending the lead of CSB to 10 points.
Oxon has been struggling from the perimeter. Dun siya gagawa. What a feed! What a better rejection from Will Gozum! Oxon puts it on the floor. Oxon, no! And here's Gabi Cometa. Cometa is on the move. Gabi sends it out. Kwekute. Carlos on the closeout. Ball is stopped from behind. And there's a foul whistle. That's going to be against Prince Carlos. Only the third team foul on the Benilde Blazers. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the game. Let's take a look at this perfect anticipation by Miguel Oxon, and then going coast to coast for that finish. Here's the find by Kwekute. Andrada thought he had an open look. but Will Gozum was right there to shut the door. Inot feeding. Bahio. Uy, napitawan! Butterfingers for JB Bahio.
That was a wasted opportunity for JB Bahio. Rare are the times that you're gonna get that opening, Martin.
Yeah.
Gone are the days nung first half na he could easily just play off his man, jab fake, and that shot. Now it's absent for San Beda and JB Bahio.
Collier. Too strong. Yep. Oh, rebound. There's a foul whistled. It's gonna be on Will?
I think that's gonna be a double foul.
Double foul.
Yes, because nagpwestuhan itong dalawang manlalaro talking about Kuntapay at itong si Will Gozum. So ang question dito, Martin, kanino bola?
Possession. Pero
So that's
nakaabang na sa inbound si Tony Inot. Yeah, so I guess they're giving it to San Beda. Yeah, we'll see here. Yeah, Will, Dami, jockeying for position. So it's San Beda basketball. Under 5 minutes remaining. If San Beda wants to come back, it needs to start now. Day. Kuntapay, pump fake, another one. And Kuntapay just too strong on the attempt, but he will head to the line. So Gozum will be called for this one. That's the 4th foul on Will Gozum, by the way. So one more will get him out of this game.
The problem here for CSB, Martin, itong si Sanko already has 4 fouls also. So that's gonna be a big gamble for Coach Charles Chu. Kailangan mo bang ilabas si Will Gozum? Ipalit mo si Sanko, or you have to take both of them out of this ball game? But you need the ceiling in this ball game, Martin, because again, this is 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the ball game. You need your best players inside.
That's right. And mukhang susugal na to ni Coach Charles Chu. He trusts his boys. They'll be able to, avoid those fouls and stay in the game until the end. 1 out of 2 for Dami Kuntapay. So it's a 9-point game. This is far from over, folks. 4.5 minutes remaining. Jimboy Pasturan was at an excellent game so far. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Pick and roll action, and Gozum goes on a roll.
Easy does it for Pasturan at si Will Gozum finishing in the basket unscathed. But ito naman si Cometa.
Triple try, no. Oh, there's a foul underneath. That's gonna be against ni Kuntapay? Yeah, it's against Kuntapay. Oh, Kuntapay, this was the basket earlier. Perfect execution of the pick and roll. Pasturan, the pocket pass, and then Gozum with the finish. Kuntapay fouls out of this game, Coach Topex. So Yuken Andrada replacing him. Hasn't been the best game for Dami Kuntapay. Only 1 out of 6 from the field, 3 points. But he was able to pull down 10 rebounds, Coach.
That was solid numbers from Kuntapay. Sayang nga lang the way you fouled out in this ball game. You're just going for a positioning. Nagkaroon ng physicality between him and Mix Corteza. And, Kuntapay getting the losing on the end.
So, JC Collier. Gozum for 3. In and out. Corteza with a save! It ends up with Collier, and Jimboy has it. What a save for Miggy. Jimboy. In and out again. Rebound, this time secured by Bahio. JB is on the move. Bahio, coast to coast.
What a way to finish on transition itong JB Bahio, making sure that he's gonna attack the basket, challenged or unchallenged, now cutting the lead with 9 points, with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in our ballgame.
There's Pasturan. Collier on top. Cortez, that's good defense and a travel on Collier. So a turnover by Benilde gives San Beda a slight opening here. Coach Topex.
What's important here is how well you're gonna execute. Medyo nawala sa opensa itong si James Quecote, Coach Yuri Escueta, making sure that he's gonna finish with his best player. While ito naman si JV Bayo, making sure that he's gonna provide stability sa kanilang opensa.
So, Tony Inot heads to the bench. Quecote, Bayo with more aggression. Oh, comes up short. And Gozum falls down. Got hit in the face. Looking for a foul. Gozum is still down on the other side. So Coach Charles asking for a review. Ako hindi ko nakita. We'll try to check it out. Kung ano yung contact dito kay Will Gozum. But yeah, you see the right eye of Gozum. Ito namumula. This was the move by JB Bayo. The spin, pump fake, went under, and then came up short on the rebound. Oh yeah. Yep, JB Bayo. Hitting him in the face. Yeah, you saw the reaction afterwards from Will. Can't blame him. That was a solid hit. But, okay, ito ngayon yung tanong, Coach Topex. Because JB could argue na inuna ko muna yung sa baba. Went for the ball first and then umangat yung kamay niya.
But
and
there's
along
still
the way,
contact. There's gonna be contact. I think the question there is if there was contact or not. But as we could see, again, the referees might have another angle to that. But ang masama lang dito, Martin, is that's 90 feet away from the basket. Out of frustration, itong si JV Bayo because he had a wide open shot. Undergo stab at kailangan yung possession. That's why the San Beda offense was focused on him.
And now, it's an unsportsmanlike foul called against JB
Upon review,
Bayo.
it was an unsportsmanlike foul. Criteria 2 on number 12, JB Bayo, for excessive hard contact caused by a player in an effort to play the ball or an opponent.
So, criteria number 2.
Mark Santos
Yung pinagbasehan doon ng unsportsmanlike foul. This will be big. 2 free throws plus
ball
possession.
That's going to be huge. Again, with 2 minutes and 50 remaining in this ball game, that's going to be huge.
Ooh, okay. So there's another whistle. This time, San Beda's bench. Ang tatawagan dito. Frustrations mounting here on the side of the Red Lions.
Technical foul on the San Beda Red Lions team scorer.
Okay. So that's a technical foul plus the unsportsmanlike foul. So will that mean 3 free throws plus possession now for Benilde?
That will be huge for San Beda because, again, you're still within striking distance. Now you're going to give 3 free throws to one of the best free throw shooters sa ating season right now, Martin. Miguel Ocson.
Miguel Ocson has done most of his damage from the free throw line today. Ocson, 6 out of 9 from the line. Gozum will also take 2. He was the one who got fouled earlier by Bayo. And Gozum connecting on the first. Will now has 15 and 8. And a second one coming up after this. Possession for Gozum. Oy, MVP chance inside Piloen.
I thought I was mishearing myself. MVP?
Yeah. Of course, he is the MVP frontrunner in the NCAA season 98. Almost a takeaway. Sanko rather secures. Here's Ocson. 11-point lead. May aabot para kay Miguel Locson.
Shot clock violation.
So a shot clock violation. If you're San Beda, Coach Topex, di ka pwedeng sumuko eh.
You have to keep on playing. You have 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in this ball game. Still a manageable deficit.
Alfaro, Bahio from 17, short, and the rebound is pulled down by Gozum. The Benilde Blazers looking good. And that's going to be a foul on James Kwekutay. For Benilde again, this is to lock up that twice-to-beat advantage going into the Final Four. James Kwekutay is down. And this is a case of cramps on that left leg for James. 80-69 is the tally.
Justin Sanchez coming in for the Red Lions.
San Beda, after scoring 51 in the first half, has only scored 18 in the second half. That's been the story, Coach Topex.
And that's gonna hurt.
For Peter Alba.
With that kind of, just when you thought that itong si Will Gozum will be absent for this game, he struggled at the start. You don't see saw any chances of him really exploding, but you gotta give credit to the support group.
Yeah.
The numbers, we're talking about Corteza. Sanko was solid. Pastoran, the veteran that he is, providing stability on offense and a lot of activity on defense.
Okay.
And again, that's just hopefully James Kwekutay will be okay.
Yeah, it looks more serious than it originally looked. Coach Topex, kala natin cramps lang, sinistretch niya, he was checked by the medics.
And you don't want to be missing your one of your best players dito sa ating playoffs.
Oh, good rejection from Sanchez as action continues. Cortez to the finish on the break. Lead is down to 9. We go deep into this one, the final 2 minutes.
It ain't over for San Beda University. You have to focus on stops and score.
Yeah. Cuellar. Okzon. Fake sends it out. Sanko in and out. Red Lions off and running. Bahio getting fouled by JC Cuellar. Both teams in the penalty, so Bahio will take 2.
That's what Coach Charles is frustrated about JC Cuellar. You just have to hold your ground because now you're stopping the clock.
Yeah.
And you're getting an opportunity as we look at this attempt from the transition para kay Jacob Cortez.
Jacob Cortez not giving up. Here's JB Bahio taking 2 and connecting on the first. JB Bahio in the season is a 55.5% free throw shooter. 2 for 2 that time. 7-point game. Jimboy Pastoran will handle. If you're Benilde, you have a lot of closers on this team, a lot of options, and one of them is this guy. Miguel Okzon unfazed, nailing a big jumper.
You saw that, Martin. He's waving off Will Gozum because he had Jacob Cortez defending him on the post.
That's right. Oh, scramble for the ball. Okzon getting into it, but ball staying on the side of San Beda. But how about this? The post-up, he got the smaller Cortez looking for the clear out. And then the fadeaway turnaround jumper connects for Miguel Okzon. It's a 9-point lead, 68 seconds remaining.
Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Is this it? Yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory.
And we're back to the coverage anxious San Beda crowd. It is a Philly Oil Eco Oil Center. Their team down by 9. And an excited and energetic Benilde crowd because their team is looking good right now. And again, if Benilde wins this assures a twice-to-beat advantage. Unsure pa kung ano yung final position nila at kung sino yung makakalaban because Letran still has one game tomorrow. But they're assured what is number 1 or number 2.
So that's the good thing about it is may eliminate na natin yung playoff.
Yep.
So I think that's gonna be out of the quotation now because
that's right.
Yeah, because yun na nga, ang inaano natin is kung mananalo yung San Beda and matatalo or mananalo ang Letran bukas, magkakaroon ng playoff for number 2.
That's right.
So again, with 1 minute and 8, it's very important for San Beda. All is not lost. Again, that's still a basketball ahead of you.
That's right.
What's important is how you're going to score. But turning the ball over will not help you if you're San Beda.
An overpass. Again, that's after the timeout, Coach Topex.
And that's one of the things that coaches hate because you've used a timeout to make sure at least you're gonna have an attempt. So ang ano dun is nawalan ka ng possession.
And now it's gonna be an uphill battle for San Beda. Aside from the 9-point lead here, wala si James Kwekutey. Turnaround. Not gonna work this time for Okzon. Cometa. Ball is tapped out. Good interception by Mark Sanko. 51.9. Red Lions running out of time. Bahio the catch. They need to take. Bahio. Sanchez. 12 to work with. And they're wasting away too much time. Sanchez got in, rejected by Gozum. And Gozum is fired up. 4 to work with for the Red Lions.
I'm not sure if Sanchez was aware that the time is not on your
Yeah,
side.
that's true.
You should have just taken that shot or pass it off.
They don't have the luxury of time. As we've mentioned earlier, Cometa taken away, telegraphed by Sanko, and Benilde is poised to sweep the Red Lions. Pastoran, no. And we're just waiting for the final score. Bahio coast to coast, couldn't do it. And that's all she wrote. They will dribble this one out. Will Gozum, Benilde's MVP with a rock. And that should do it for us here. The Benilde Blazers have done it. Winning this marquee matchup and coming up with a huge second half to take this away from the Red Lions. A 9-point win for Benilde. And the twice-to-beat advantage is secured.
What a way to end the ball game for the CSB Blazers. Just when you thought that San Beda got their number. You know, they were able to gather themselves. What's important is how well they got their act together during halftime, because after that halftime, Martin, they were a different breed.
They were. Only allowed 22 points of the Red Lions while scoring 40 themselves. To create that big turnaround and a full recovery in the second half for the De La Salle College of St. Benilde. Your final score, 82-73. Let's go to the school hymn of De La Salle College of St. Benilde.
Shield of green and white, we'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail, hail, hail.
82-73, the final score. New Blazers with their 13th win of season 98. After this break, we'll talk to the winning coach, Coach Charles Chu. Magbabalik ang NCAA season 98.
Pusong kampiyon, tayo'y may pusong kampiyon. There's no stopping us from getting the latest news and catching every nerve-wracking moment of the NCAA games. Pumunta na sa official NCAA website, gmanetwork.com/NCAA at i-download ang official NCAA app para sa latest updates, full game videos at team rosters and box scores. Walang iwanan online sa Season 98 ng NCAA. Achieve greatness every day. The players to watch and the teams to beat. Get ready because your favorite hardcore heroes are here. This is your NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon on GTV.
Back to the coverage, and the Benilde Blazers continue their best run in the NCAA in 2 decades. 13 wins so far, 82-73, and they sweep in the elimination round the San Beda Red Lions with this 9-point win. Martin Javier with Coach Topex Robinson here in the broadcast, and now we are, as promised, with a winning head coach, Coach Charles Chu from Benilde. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you guys. It's a great feeling. Thank you. Thank the Lord.
For the past few days, it's been a prayer battle between you and Coach Yuri. You were, praying for the other teams to lose their previous games, but this is an all-important matchup for the twice-to-beat advantage. How happy are you? Di ko nakikita ngayon sa mukha mo kung masaya ka o hindi, but gaano ka kasaya na secured na yung twice-to-beat?
No, it's a great feeling. Obviously, the semis, nothing else. I mean, it's back to zero, right? But at least we have that extra game for us, Lyceum, San Beda, they're both really good teams. That's why I feel that extra game for us would be such a huge bonus. So this was a big game. I'm glad the guys showed composure.
Yeah.
They really found a way to lock down and defend, and they showed character, and that's what we're looking for in these players as they start to improve and grow up as basketball players. So it's a very good win. I'm happy with this win today.
Coach, you mentioned the composure. You were down big in the first half, but you came alive and you shut down the Red Lions. What was the instructions from you, from your end, ikaw mismo, dun sa dugout ninyo during the halftime break?
Well, the challenge was really to play some better defense. We weren't playing much defense in the first half. I think we gave up 50 or 51 points, which is way too much. I know we didn't shoot well in the first half, but it was okay for me as long as we defended, which we didn't do. So I give credit to the players. They really locked down. They made the adjustments, and they had some pride, and it was nice to see them actually defend. One of our better defensive halves this year against a really, really good San Beda team. They're so well coached. It's so tough to play them. So, I think we can be happy with this win.
Yes, Coach Charles, you kind of struggled at the start. Nakita naman natin, just like what you mentioned. And isang factor dito is itong si Will Gossum. But can you talk about Sanko, who was really solid in this ballgame?
Yeah, Mark's been great for us talaga. Will was absent the whole first half, 2 silly fouls. Loko ko siya, may nagcha-chant ng MVP, nag-miss na ng free throw. Sabi ko, but no, Mark was great. All the little things, sometimes you don't see it in the stats. Of course, today he probably ended up with a double-double, I'm not sure. But he does all the little things for us. He's one of our leaders. Not as vocal as sila JC, but he's that glue guy who's just so valuable to our team. And I give a lot of credit to Mark. For a while, he was in the doghouse with me before the season started, but he worked his way in the off-season, and I give him a lot of credit for the work he put in. I'm happy for him and the success he's had.
Kitang-kita mo siya ngayon sa stat sheet, Coach Charles. 19 points and 12 rebounds for Mark Sanko. But speaking of Mark and, the incident last week, a couple of days ago, John Amores dropped by your practice and apologized to the team. It was all over social media, released by different media outlets. Can you tell us a bit more about that, Coach Charles? And you see this picture, and this is from you.
Yes.
You posted this one. So what happened exactly during Amoris' visit?
Actually, we wanted to keep it really just between us and nobody else would know. But somehow the media found out, so they kept asking me. So I sent them the photo. I never posted this photo. But, you know, it was nice because even si Mark, I was talking to Mark, okay lang ba na pumunta si Amoris? He's like, yes. And sabi niya, kahit siya, maghihingi rin siya ng pasensya. So, you know, it was a good gesture by Amoris. I respect the guy for having the courage to apologize, to own up to his mistakes. You know, he said he still accepts the consequences. And it was a nice thing. And for us, you know, we just wished him the best. And we said we will try to help him in any way that he can, any guidance. So even up to ngayon, magka-text kami kahit kahapon. So, you know, it's nice to see him. And I do hope somebody gives him a chance. I mean, he's still a young kid, and hopefully he comes out a better person from this incident. But, you know, for our boys, I see Mark, I'm sure gusto bumawi. When that incident happened, he was very apologetic to me because he knew that that's not acceptable behavior for us. But, you know, he served his punishment, and he redeemed himself with the performance today.
Coach Charles pala yung media insider, ano? Okay.
Kulit ng mga media.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Coach Charles. And, you know, what happened a couple of days ago was, you know, a big step in the right direction for you guys. Finally, you can, you know, get that out of the way and focus on the task at hand, on the goal ahead for you guys. And that's, you know, first step is the Final Four, locking up the twice-to-beat advantage. Ito, I know we asked coaches about this, and I know they're uncomfortable in answering this question, but who's the better matchup for you going into the Final Four?
I don't know. It's hard. Both teams are tough. They're both two very good offensive teams. I think three of us are in the top three in the league scoring-wise. You saw Lyceum, they scored like 88 against us. Coach Toplex is very familiar with them. I mean, to us, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be hard regardless. You know, we just hope we can get some rest. I hope the game is a bit longer. And, you know, it's hard for us lang. We can't prepare yet until the Letran game tomorrow. So that's a day for us that I can say, waste. But it's tough. Kami, we just do our best. Kahit sino kalaban, bahala na. I mean, I can't say I prefer one team over the other.
Okay, Coach. Earlier with us was one of the biggest Benilde crowds that I've ever seen personally. This is your opportunity to thank them for those of them who went here personally, watch you guys play, pati na rin yung mga nakatuto kanina on TV, pati na rin online.
It was shocking, when they told me, punong-puno ng Benilde paglabas ko. Punong-puno ng San Beda yata, mga 2/3. But to your point, yes, it is one of the biggest crowds we've seen. We're very thankful to those who have been supporting us. Even, I think, on social media, sometimes the good comments, it's nice to hear those also, diba? But we're very grateful to all your support. We hope you can still continue to come out and support us. We will need every single support, every cheer we can get sa Final Four because it does make a difference. It's a morale boosting when you have fans there. We're just thankful to all to the Benilde community, to all our sponsors and managers who've been helping us.
Some personal shoutouts. Alam kong pang 13th time mo na dito sa panel.
Just to my wife who's watching, I think. My family, my parents, they've been very supportive. Of course, I always thank the Lord for all the blessings and for giving us this win. And to our sponsors, Boss Frank, Boss Rafi, Boss Andoy, Boss Carlo, Boss Eric, ang dami, Sir Nilo, Sir Renzi, many guys who've been supporting us, to Brother Dodo who's been very supportive of me. I just want to say thank you, and I hope we can continue to give honor to the school.
There you go. The Benilde Blazers, ayun na po, panalo ulit dito sa NCAA Season 98. Coach Charles Chu, congratulations once again.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Ayan po. Now, we go to our best player of the game na kasama ni Chantal Laude.
Martin, ito nga, third year niya nasa collegiate basketball, pero first time daw niya mag-player of the game, Mark Sanco. Mark, anong kakaiba sa laro mo ngayon at ang ganda ng ipinakita mo first quarter pa lang?
Talagang sinunod ko lang po yung sinasabi nila coach, yung sistema. Tinuloy ko lang po simula first quarter hanggang fourth quarter. Sipag lang. Yun lang naman magpapanalo po sa amin.
Sipag lang, pero for sure meron kang inspirasyon. Ano yung extra motivation and inspirational factor mo coming into this very intense and important game?
Para po yung game po na to, para po to sa mama ko na nasa bahay lang po palagi na di po nakakanood sa akin. Ma, para sa ito, ma.
Nakapag-shoutout agad sa kanyang mom. Pero kanina napagkwentuhan namin ni Mark, he was part of the juniors program ng LaSalle Benilde sa LaSalle Green Hills and he was part of the legacy. So ngayon naman, ano yung sa tingin mo gusto mong maging contribution para makamit mo rin as championship part ng LaSalle Benilde, maulit ang dati sa LaSalle Greenies?
Sa third year ko po, mas gusto ko pa po na i-ano po yung role ko sa team para mas makatulong pa po kila Will para makuha po namin yung championship po ngayon.
Makakuha. In-expect mo ba ngayong game na magiging player of the game ka?
Hindi po.
Hindi talaga.
Opo.
Nag-extra shooting ka ba kagabi? Ganon,
Hindi din
extra.
po.
So talagang meron lang nag-fire up inside you. Kept you ablaze today. Wow, siguro may extra inspiration to eh. Pero Mark, ayun nga, dahil matagal ka ng Lasallian Benildean, ano para sa'yo yung Lasallian Benildean basketball? What does it mean to be a player for Benilde?
Yung sinabi lang din po ni Coach Marvin sa amin na yung when there's grit, there's excellent po. Parang, syempre, kung naglalaro po kayo sa court, marami pong tinitingala po kayo. Kumbaga yung NCAA po, konti lang naman din po yung nakakapaglaro dito. Syempre, talagang kailangan ibigay nyo po yung best nyo para sa team po.
And you definitely showed your best kanina, Mark. Pero alam mo ito, dahil nga sa Benilde, di ba, yung tagline natin, yung motto, doing extraordinary things extraordinarily well. Paano mo yung pinakita kanina?
Talagang sipag lang po yung mga alam naman po natin kung sino talaga yung sa Benilde, yung mga talagang mga basu-basura lang po. Kumbaga, kinukuha ko lang po talaga yung sipag, tas depensa, yun lang po.
Grabe. We're really seeing sa mga sagot ni Mark how humble he is na tinitingala niya rin si Noel, yung mga big players. Kaya naman ang ganda ng pinakita ni Mark and deserve niya maging player of the game. At syempre, deserve mo rin bigyan ng shout out ang mga mahal mo sa buhay. So, we'll give you this chance to greet them.
Binabati ko po yung ate ko na nanood po ngayon. Si Patricia Crisini po, si Arvin, tsaka si Bachi. Thank you sa pag-support sa akin. Si Mama, Papa, ingat palagi sa pagbiyahe. Kuya, next game pwede na kayo manood dito. Akong bahala sa inyo. Tsaka yung sa lapsop po, Tito Frank. And yun na po. Thank you po sa lahat na sumusuporta po sa amin.
Yes, salamat sa lahat nga na sumusuporta pati dito sa ating NCAA. At magpapatuloy pa rin tayo. Pero ngayon, balik muna tayo kay Martin and Coach Topics.
Chantel, thank you so much. Big numbers today from that guy, Mark Sanko. Well-deserved recognition for best player of the game. The 14th win of the Blazers, ending the elimination round at 14-4. Pagbalik po natin, let's check out the situation ng ating Final Four.
Susulan ng bilis at tugatog ng husay.
Upang ipagdiwang ang kadakilaan.
Kadakilaang nakuluklok sa bawat isa sa atin.
Maniwala sa sarili sa harap ng pagdududa.
Maghangad ng ikabubuti ng nakakarami.
Kumilos ng tapat. Kumilos ng may layunin.
Kumilos para maging pinakamahusay na bersyon ng iyong sarili.
Achieve greatness every day.
NCAA Season 19!
Catch all the action live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays through Sundays, 12 noon on GTV. Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes.
And we're back at the conclusion of this game. The Benilde Blazers securing their 14th win of the season. Again, ending the elimination round of season 98 at 14-4. All right, some end game stats for you guys. Yung 52% ng San Beda shooting from the field bumaba to 41%. Benilde Blazers picking up their scoring at the same time.
They're not only picking up their scoring for CSB, but they really put the clamp down on the offense of San Beda University. As we look at these numbers, Martin, yung second half points, they doubled up.
Yeah.
They only didn't double up itong CSB with 40 points. They also doubled down sa execution ng opensa nitong San Beda. Even to those last two possessions, nakita naman natin, they forced San Beda to commit a turnover. So nawalan ng any opportunity to score or ibaba yung kalamangan. While ito namang CSB Blazers blazing hot in the second half.
It was a tale of two halves. First half belonged to San Beda, second half to the Benilde Blazers. And of course, emerging victorious are the Blazers. That's why they will enjoy the twice-to-beat advantage going into the Final Four. So, possible scenarios. Na-eliminate na yung San Beda win. This leaves us with these situations, Coach Topex.
Yes, ito na nga yung sinasabi natin. If Letran defeats JRU tomorrow, it's gonna be Letran against San Beda. Letran having the twice-to-beat advantage, while ito namang CSB is gonna end up number 2 playing against the LPU Pirates, having the twice-to-beat advantage.
That's right. So, that's if Letran wins tomorrow against JRU. However, if JRU scores an upset, this will be our situation.
It's gonna be really tricky for you if you're Letran, because you have obviously an option to pick whoever you want to play. So depending on Letran and their preparation or whoever they want to choose, they could opt to this second scenario, which is, yes, they will end up with number 2, but they will, I'm not saying LPU is a lighter challenge for them, but again, that's a different ball game, and that's a different conversation.
And it will go down to the final day of the elimination round, down to the final game. First, tomorrow, Mapua contra San Sebastian, and then the big one to decide the final rankings. JRU versus Letran featured in the second game. Again, that's going to be tomorrow, a Wednesday, final day of the elimination round here at the NCAA Season 98. Coach Topex, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, excellent job, Coach. As per usual, on point, especially with the keys to winning right here in the broadcast. And on behalf of the entire team, my partner, Coach Topex Robinson, our courtside reporter, Chantal Laude and Ann Gabriel, our director at the helm, Direk Abbott Ramos, our producer, Manny Gabutina. This has been Martin Avery saying thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the action. That was a huge game between Benilde and San Beda, the Blazers taking their 14th win of the season, and more importantly, locking up that twice-to-beat advantage. But the action will continue tomorrow in the final day of the elimination round. So see you back inside at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center for another taste of the action in the NCAA Season 98 live on GTV.